prove that you could bounce the ball well before you're allowed to do it. So something like that, but I don't know. But that's just a thought. Doesn't have to.
I think they're going to get checked out in the AFL soon enough. Anyways, umpire Taylor,
probably.
He does hold the ball aloft at the start of the first quarter. Monbulk taking on the Woori because the ball. He did bounce it. And he's done an absolute ripper of a job. Great to see that, Lucas Taylor. Whoa, can you believe that? Ball just skittles out at the 50. Woori get the first break of the afternoon. Goes down through the straight down through the middle of the ground there through young O'Day. And the mark's been taken by the big fella in Monkhurst. Goes short, kicks it straight in the man on the mark. This looks like Jared Major. Just fumbles it underneath his feet, unfortunately for him. Can't believe Monkey kicked it into his man on the mark. Picks up again. Got a little right foot toe nailed to it. I think he did. The umpire's on the other side. Great tackle laid here by Beecroft. And we're going to have a secondary ball up now. This guy here, Lee Walters, is one of the best bouncers, but he won't bounce it there. Secondary one becomes a throw up. I think Monkhurst had hold of the jumper there of his opposition there in Rutherford. The umpire just lets it go. Handball comes out. Good to see Lingy back in his 45 as well. Joel Adams must have put it on eBay because he lost it. Someone's down. That could be the ruckman there in the Swan of Woori Yallock. So umpire just lets it play on. It's inside forward 50. Picked up, kicked out of trouble quickly there by young Decker of Monbulk. A bit of fumbling going on. Check side kick smothered over there by Hayden Smith of Woori Yallock. It's been picked up, driven straight back into that forward 50. No one can find the flight of the ball. Handball out the back of the pack and Woori. There's a whistle on play. We're going to pick it up, so luckily enough there, it's been picked up and the free kick going to go the way of Monbulk. Goes straight back up the middle of the ground. Player all on his own, a little handball comes out. No. Monkhurst quick enough to tackle him as well, and that was a good tackle on Strawn. And the big fella there in Monkhurst is going to take the free kick, 60 out, and this is Zach Monkhurst.
So Zach Monkhurst, opportunity to set up a goal here for Woori Yallock. It was a good tackle, probably a silly decision to play on, but anyway, the big monkey.
But you won't kick the man on the mark this time.
No, I don't think so. No, just sits up to the top of the goal square. Good option. Plenty of options there. No mark taken. Ball spills to ground. No clear possession for either side at the moment. Ball just trickling along the ground at the moment here. Looked like a bit of a high tackle laid there.
Bit of piggyback going on there.
There's Josh Hawkins there, literally. Being piggybacked. But anyway, it's a ball up right outside of Woori Yallock's goal. Dangerous position here for Monbulk. Winning the tap there that time beautifully was Rutherford. But the ball still not clearing out of that area for the moment. And eventually getting outside here. And it looks like Monbulk might be away here. They are. So this is a good little bit of play. Nice little kick there. Oh, no, it might be turned over. Couldn't quite take the mark there. That time it was Decker. And eventually they get the ball clearing out here now. But they've got the numbers here to Woori Yallock. And they're about to go inside 50 once again. That's not a bad looking kick. Pretty dangerous here. Can someone take the mark? Hands are in the back there. Nothing paid. And the ball's rushed over for a behind. So first score of the day here to Woori Yallock. One behind. And that one was just a rush behind. So interesting bit of play there to start off there. And Monbulk with an opportunity to take the kick-in duties here. So a bit of a slow build.
Yeah, it's a kick in now from the first score there. It's just a rush behind. Oh, mark should have been taken by Barge, the vice captain, and he dropped it. Luckily enough to win himself a free kick. So Paddy Barge, 50 metres out, comes through our broadcast van, right in front of us, and the mark's been taken by Kai Lind. Plays on straight away, another short pass, and there's the big fella in Joyce. He picks it up now, wants to play on, goes to centre half forward, squares the ball up, dangerous kick, but it was well done. Got the mark, the handball goes straight away. One way, the other way. Strawn ran into a bit of trouble. Now there's a long kick on goal. And it was a terrific goal as well. Straight down the middle of it went. And I think it was kicked over there. Oh, I've got that. Maybe we'll just check in the middle of the lot.
Taylor Joyce, was it? I
think it was Benny Grimes.
Ben Grimes?
Yep. So they just got surrounded by all these players. I couldn't see him. So 1 goal straight 6 now. Monbulk, one behind Woori Yallock. We've been going nearly 4 minutes in the first quarter. So back in the middle. I wonder if Lucas Taylor's going to bounce it again. I doubt it. It's good to start the game with it, and it was a terrific bounce too. So if Johnny House was watching, I wonder if he directed him to do that. Well done. He's going to bounce it again. And it's another good bounce. That's all right. That gives both ruckmen a bit of a chance. Monbulk have got the tap out the Barge. Straight down the middle of the ground they go. Over the back of the head. Ben Monkhurst playing on half back. Gets a handball back to Robbie Allen. Another handball now. They're just getting themselves in a bit of trouble. Arnold got it out to a teammate. Goes up to the new pavilion up the top. Monbulk, plenty of numbers there. Handball out the back of the pack. It's been picked up and kicked further by young Taylor. It hits the ground. Nobody can play it up. Joyce gave a handball to nobody in particular. Lands in that forward 50. Ben Monkhurst tackled straight away. And that was by Grimes. The umpire umpire just lets them go, which is good to see. On the left foot they go. Woori, centre wing. And they can just settle play down if they want to a little bit here now. In front of a good crowd here. Monbulk having a members luncheon up there. Shane Van Zet is being inducted into life membership. Well done, Shane. Good mark over the back. Umpire said no, you didn't hold it long enough. Trying to pick the football up. A little bit of a throw out there. Woori can't get it. It's right in the centre of the ground. Now it comes out. It's in the hands of Beecroft. What can he do with it? Gives it across to a teammate. Long down the wing on the top side of the ground. Over everybody's head. It's been picked up by the big fella there, and Taylor Joyce puts it into the goal square. Forward. Oh, it bounced backwards. So bounce straight into Woori Yallock's hands, and they can clear here now, and it's Lingy who picks it up over there, and Joel Adams.
Joel Adams wasting absolutely no time too with a kick up the wing. Woori got the numbers here, trying to pick it up that time there was Lindgren, but just couldn't quite get the job done. So Bandry throwing here, not too far away from our broadcast position. So this will be interesting. So Woori.
A couple of dark clouds coming across Aiden too, and let's hope they just don't drop any precipitation on us.
No, that's it. There's a couple of specks of rain just before in the netball, but it seems to have cleared up for the time being. The ball just trickling towards the boundary, and you think it might be taken over again.
I think it was.
Right, too. Yes, it is. So it's going to be another boundary throw in again. So both ruckmen to go at it again here. So this will be Rutherford going up in the ruck. And haven't quite seen the number there for the Woori player, but we'll figure that out in a second. So boundary throwing on the wing.
That's Swan in the ruck. Yeah.
Swan in the ruck. And in the end, it was Rutherford who won the tap, and Woori get the ball. Not Woori. In fact, it's Monbulk getting the ball moving forward here. They're inside the forward 50. No clear possession for either side. Ball heading towards the boundary. So again, it's another boundary throw in. This time in the forward pocket here for Monbulk. So pretty good position here for the Hawks.
1 goal straight. Monbulk lead. Woori 1 behind. 6.5 gone.
That's it. So boundary throw in. Not too far in for goal here for Monbulk. It's a pretty good throw in. No clear winner of the tap there, and the ball just being locked up here for the time being. So repeat stoppages. So good forward pressured here on Monbulk.
You can see everybody's pressed up, Aiden. There's no one south of centre at the moment. No. So 16 players around the footy here for Woori Yallock. So they're really cluttering it up at the moment.
Yep. And the ball, again, no clear tap out, but Monbulk have possession there for the moment. They've turned it over, and now Woori away here, and with not too many numbers up forward, they might be able to do this quite quickly. Couldn't quite take the mark. Free kick's been paid here. It's going to go the way of Monbulk.
Yeah, Josh Neal just had all of his opponent's jumper.
So chance for Monbulk to respond here.
Dylan Wirtz.
Yep, Dylan Wirtz looks around. He just goes short to a teammate there that time in Wensley. And Wensley up to a teammate this time here in Rutherford. And Rutherford right in front of our broadcast position. Joel Adams manning the mark. And that's another pretty good kick there, that time to a teammate in Grimes.
And Grimes just goes straight in the centre of the ground, just chipping their way around at the moment. Some good skill, Shane. Mark's been taken by young Beecroft. He just goes a little bit further. Oh, Taylor should have probably, George Taylor should have taken that. Big long kick out of full back from Woori Yallock, but the mark's been taken on the chest by young Spencer. Goes laterally, finds his teammate there in Dylan Wirtz. Goes short once again, and they can just keep playing on here, Monbulk, if they want to. Square back into the centre of the ground. Well, that was a shocker. It just turned the ball straight back over. Woori Yallock and Josh Neal did, but he fumbled it as well. Goes after it again. Long kick off the ground. Bounces a few times, and I think the boundary line's going to beat everybody there just in front of Tommy Trezise, one of the under 18 junior players. And it's going to be a throw in. So our forward flank just right on that 45-metre arc for Monbulk, kicking up the hill towards the old netball courts. We're just waiting for the throw in now. It's been done. Swan got the tap out. I thought it was a whistle on play. It was a hold. It's going to go against Rutherford. Advantage has now been paid. Bit of a delayed reaction there. Umpire lets him go. It's been picked up now. Gone one way, gone the other. On the that was Hay on the left foot, and all alone in the goal.
Oh,
no! Was that Hawkins? It was. Played on straight away. Thought I'll just kick this through. Bang into the goalpost.
Absolutely slammed it into the goalpost.
2 behinds now. Woori, Monbulk 1 straight, 6, 9 gone. Quarter number 1. Oh, he's going to rue that, isn't he?
Yeah, that is the last thing that Woori Yallock needed. Monbulk have had the better of the play so far, and that was an absolute gimme. He should have just run in, to be honest, Leo, and
he
finished off the job.
Well, he's only 10 yards out. That kick off Kai Lynn's boot's been smothered. It's going to be a throw in. Just to the right of us, just forward of centre for Woori Yallock. Kicking to the Gembrook at the township end.
Another good throw in.
Yeah, that's a good throw. That gives both rovers got a bit of height. There's another whistle on play. And once again, Rutherford's been found to hang on to the jumper of Swan. Looks like he's okay after that little hiccup early in the piece. And Robbie Swan probably too far out. He's just going to set it up just outside the goal square. So over everybody's head. It often does that as you're going down the hill. You sort of think it's over there, but the land of the land just makes it go over your head. Rutherford's in everything at the moment for Monbulk. And got caught with the footy under him. No prior opportunity, says umpire Lee Walters. I'll ball it up. 45 metres out from the Woori goal. Thrown up once again. Snyder, the ruckman, got the tap out there. It's been cleared by Monbulk. Very quick kick into the centre of the ground. Dropped there by Beck. Probably could have picked it up. He's tried to pick it up 2 or 3 occasions. Finally did. Gave it to a teammate in young Smith. Goes laterally towards the top of the ground. Now it's up through the middle of the ground. Woori have got it once more. Been told to play on. Little short kick by Arnold. Goes to the outer side. It was a terrible kick once again. Very hard there. Picked up there. Monbulk flattened as he kicked it. Was young Mitchell Decker. The umpire said it was okay. Running into an open goal from 40-odd metres out. Having a ping, looks pretty good.
I think it was Nicholas Wall there,
I think it was too. And it was indeed number 13, Nick Wall. Lovely goal that. Puts through the second goal of Monbulk. They go 2 straight 12, leading Woori 2 behinds, and we've been going now almost 11 minutes in quarter number 1. That's a terrific goal from the top of the hill up there.
Magnificent. Probably on the wrong angle for a right footer too, but just composed himself beautifully, and that's a very good start from Monbulk. First 2 goals of the game. Woori have had their opportunities, but Monbulk have probably just been a bit more efficient, I suppose you could say, Lau, with
Monbulk skipper coming on the ground. Has been away with a bit of injury, going straight down the full forward. Jonathan Heverin, tall man. Nice haircut too, Jonathan.
So ball back in the centre now. Swan and Rutherford with a big leap, but in the end, Swan weighted down and he got the tap. And Woori trying to get the ball moving forward here with a bit of chaos ball type, but the ball just locked up here for the moment at half forward now for Woori. That was a massive leap there by Rutherford.
Yeah, he's a good young boy.
Just went a little bit too early, and Swan ultimately made the right decision waiting down, so they go at it again. Rutherford just got the tap there that time.
Another one. That's a 3rd free kick for holding onto the jumper. So just got to be a little bit careful there.
That's it. So Robbie Swan, another opportunity to set up a goal here. In fact, I think he might. No, he's setting up for the goal. So he's backing himself in. He'll be probably kicking from at least probably about 50 metres here. I think the arcs are a little bit shorter than the regular 50, but man of the mark right on the line of the goals, or the centre square, I should say. So Robbie Swan loads up. I think the distance is not going to be a problem. It looks pretty straight. It's a goal umpire, I think.
Oh, he backed himself then.
It's a goal, Robbie Swan. Magnificent finish.
Absolutely, and did back himself. I tell you what, if you back yourself, you've got to do it, and he did.
Yep.
1 goal, 2-8.
You know what they say sometimes, though, when you're further out, you've got to kick through it, and that's exactly what Robbie Swan's done there.
Absolutely, kicked at his absolute maximum distance, and well, he's kicked at about 55, so a great goal there to Robbie Swan. And the young Rutherford just been caught out in the ruck there. He's trying to block him out a little bit and hanging onto the jumper at the same time. And he's been picked on 3 occasions. And these 2 umpires, Lee Walters and Lucas Taylor, very experienced umpires. And we're going to have another bounce. I love this. Look at this. Yo, how good is that?
Yep.
Well done, Lucas. Both ruckmen went out. They tapped it straight back into the centre circle. Who can get it out here? Woori going in hard. Oh, that could have been a front-on contact. Umpire missed that one, I think. No, he didn't. And the free kick going the way of Lindgren. No, it's going the other way. Beg your pardon.
Here we go.
There you go. Confused all of us there. You look, that's like Paddy Barge with it. It is the vice captain. Gives it across to his teammate and Strawn on the left foot. Goes out laterally towards the forward flank. Has been picked up there. Quick handball out of the pack by young Smith. Gave it to a teammate who got absolutely dumped after he kicked it in Nick Wall. Umpire lets him go. Another opportunity now on the left foot was Strawn, who went down there and followed up. It lands in the goal square. Benny Monkhurst takes an uncontested mark. Been told to play on. He could get pinged for this. He has.
He's gone. Oh, Benny Monkhurst, oh dear.
I tell you what, he didn't realise his opponent was standing just next to him behind him, took a step to the right and said, play on. Ping straight away, so his prior had gone. And Lucas Taylor had no hesitation saying that is incorrect disposal. Holding the ball, take your pick, and free kick to Tommy Trezise. The young boys come up from the unders. A big chance to kick a first goal of the day. Someone's just been sat on his backside there. Hayden Smith against Paddy Barge. So it's on for young and old. Oh, he's got it on the right-hand side. Is it going to come back? I don't think it will. And unfortunately for young Tommy Trezise, opportunity lost to kick his first goal.
Benny Monkhurst with a big sigh of relief
I
there.
bet you he has. 2-1-13 now. Monbulk 1-2-8. Woori. We've been going 14, quarter number 1.
Long kick going all the way to the wing there from the kick in, but Monbulk have cut it off. But the ball again falling in the hands of Woori. No, again it's with Monbulk. So turnovers galore here at the moment. With the ball here now is Ashley Beck, and he wastes no time. And that's a good kick there. I'm pretty sure it's to a teammate there in Rutherford. That's a long ball heading to the top of the square here. 2-on-2 contest here. Trying to get the ball at the back here is Smith. Couldn't quite get into the open goal here. Smith keeps the ball in play though. He can win the ball here at ground level. The ball again with Smith. Smith trying to centre the ball, but it's cut off here for the time being. I think this is Benny Monkhurst. Kick smothered. Here we go.
What's that?
Taken out of the air there by Decker.
Must have been called play on because he actually took that. Must have been come off hands.
Might not have been 15 or might have been...
Well, could have been.
It was a couple of things, but so it's a ball up inside 50 here for Monbulk, so it's all happening here. Down Monbulk's end of the ground. Taking the ball out of the air. There was
free
Beck.
kick.
It has been penalised. So Robbie Swan with another free kick in the ruck. So
give it to him. He's picked up a few, hasn't he, Robbie Swan?
Yeah, he has. So Robbie Swan, wasting no time, he's going to go through the broadcast wing. Big long kick here. This time it's in the direction there of a teammate and taking a beautiful mark. That time was Arnold. And Arnold wheels and goes, oh, gee, he's nearly got caught again. Arnold to a teammate and Adams and under heaps of pressure here at the moment. So Woori sold themselves a bit of trouble. Arnold did that beautifully, though. Got it to a teammate there that time in Basoli. But here we go. Monbulk have cut it off here and they're going to go through the middle of the ground. So daring bit of play here. Got it to a teammate and Beck. Beck the handball that time to his teammate there and Hewson. Not a very good one, but Hewson still puts the ball inside 50. But Robbie Allen does beautifully and cuts it off.
That's Monkhurst.
It is Monkhurst. In fact, sorry, Benny Monkhurst. We'll kick up the line there to Adams. Adams now with a short kick. This time to Rob Swan. So they've just hold it up for the time being here. And just keeping into play there, that time was Hawkins. So Hawkins sizes up his options. He's just in front of the broadcast van here. So a long kick to the top of the 50 there. They've got numbers here. Whoa, that's a good mark. Beautiful mark taken there, that time by Hay. And he wheels and goes here. Zach Monkhurst are there, in fact, when he takes the mark.
Really big, strong man there, Monkhurst. And
did very well.
I love Hay, because if you have a look at his first name.
Yep, Jude Hay. That's it. So he's done that very well.
Hey, Jude.
Hey, Jude.
You can't do that to a kid. Anyway, great song.
He did that very well, Zach Monkhurst. He was behind for a moment there, but got to the front position, taken the mark, and now he's just got to finish off the job by kicking the goal directly in front from probably about 15 metres out. So
he's the leading goal kicker at Woori Yallock, as you mentioned.
Should be shelling peas, this.
Yes,
Goal pie moved a little bit, but that has gone through the middle nonetheless. And Woori hit the front. 14-13 is the score here. The Tigers with a slender 1-point lead, Leo.
Yes, they are 2-2 to 2-1, and a couple of little mistakes there, I think, and just a couple of turnovers. There's been quite a few both ways, but the big clunk mark there at full forward by Zachy Monkhurst, they just can't get hold of him, and he's a very accurate kick, very robotic, but it's usually very true. Even though the first one he got kicked straight to Jared Major, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll try and get some scores from around town once they start to clock up a little bit. And we're back. Oh, I wonder if he's going to bounce it from this angle.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
he's setting up for Lucas Taylor. He's done it again. That's magnificent. Both ruckmen up, both ruckmen went down. The only one who got the tap out was Ashley Beck. The umpire said you can play on advantage. Came off the boot of young Strawn, who's had a little bit of it as well. Bounces over everyone's head again. It's close to the goal square. Monbulk pick it up. Handball comes out. Just beats the arms of young Oates. Couldn't get hold of it. They come back out now. Woori Yallock. Swan's got it. Handballs it out wide. Gives it into to a teammate. Kicks it back into the centre corridor. It's been picked off by young Hawkins. He goes right in the centre of the ground. All marks should have been taken. It was dropped by Bateson. Tries to play on with it. Handball finally comes out by hand out to Gilbert. Gilbert's got it. Is that a mark and or free kick? The umpire says no, it's bounces. Looks like another injury just there in front of us. I think he's either got a bit of a knock in where you don't want to get a knock.
Benny Grimes, who's struggling. Yeah, he's struggling big time there.
Swan gets a tap out from
strapping on the knee as well.
Okay, let's hope he's all right. Going in there hard for Monbulk is Ashley Beck. Can he get the ball out? He can't. Woori finally get the clearance out. Here they go now through the agency of Josh Hawkins. Kicks into that forward 50. It beats Monkhurst on the bounce. Jared Major's on him. That's a big discrepancy in height, weight, and all that sort of stuff. They're going to rest the ruckman there at full forward. Everett might have to take him. He's got the height. So he's going to be a throw in.
From around the ground here, Leo. Up by Tacoma. Got a bit of a jump. 2-1-13 to 0-3 to Pakenham. No score from Officer Wandon. Narry Warren with a big jump over Mount Evelyn. 5-3-33 to no score for Mount Evelyn. We'll have a look at Division 1 seniors now. Seville with a big jump as well. 6-1-37 over Belgrave 0-1-1. Hillsville 3-2-20. Trailing Berwick Springs 4-2-26. Emerald 4-2-26. Yarra Glen 2-3-15. And we'll quickly look at Division 2 here. Yarra Junction 2-1-13. A trailing Broadford Yea 3-0-18. So good start there.
Good start there.
For Broadford Yea and Alexandra 1-1-7, trailing Kinglake 2-2-14.
Okay, we've got a ball up. It's only about 20 metres out. A very high kick came out of the pack. Standing underneath that, very, very strong, taking 3 grabs at it. It's been paid to Dylan Wirtz. Should switch play. No, they like playing the top side, Monbulk. This time, no, he does switch play. I thought he might have. Comes down to the broadcast side, just drifts a little bit in. Nobody can take the mark. Handball over the top by Decker. Can't find a teammate now. Monbulk's got that was Vasoli of Woori had it then. Good tackle by Robbie Allen. It's been picked up by one of the Smiths. That's Hayden. Goes to the forward area there. Almost a good mark to Josh Neal. Just couldn't quite hang on to it. Very close to the boundary line. Quick kick into that forward pocket. It bounces one way. Heverin tries to pick it up from Monbulk. This is his first touch on the left leg. Just puts boot in the ball. Unfortunately for Monbulk, it's been marked by Robbie Swan.
Does he back himself in here? He's got the journey. He's got the
journey. Well, he's kicked one from just slightly further out, so I'm surprised he hasn't. This time sets it up. He's got the big fella in Monkhurst there. It gets punched away by the Monbulk defence. It's been picked up. Little handball out the back of the pack. Woori trying to set up something here. Good tackle. I think that's been Marsh who's got it, but he got tackled straight away as well. Is that deliberate? What?
I think it got paid. Yeah, it's been paid.
It has. Up by Lee Walters right in front of that, and Monbulk no alternative but to smack it out. And I think the free kick here going to Josh Hawkins.
Yep.
And he's kicked the one behind so far, and I think that's a pretty true indication there. Is there another whistle?
No,
so might have been
going to drop punt. No, he's going to banana.
Here we go now. Kicks it around the corner and hasn't kicked it far enough. He has, I think. He has indeed.
Beautiful kick.
So Josh Hawkins gets on the board as well for Woori. They go to 3 goals, 220. Little lead now by 7 points over Monbulk's 2-1-13. We've been going 21 minutes in quarter number 1. So deliberate out of bounds never used to be around. Had to be really blatant in our day. Hayden, but as
still
you can
seems
see
to be
now,
the way in local footy, but if it's real blatant, then the umpire will pay it. So
that was right in front of Lee Walters. Oh, Lucas Taylor. He threw it up. Disappointing.
There we go.
And another free kick to Robbie Swan. That's about
Swan,
his fifth in the ruck.
Yep, that's it. So Robbie Swan, will he have a shot at goal? No, he won't. He was just about close enough.
Look at that, one step.
Long kick in the direction there of Neal. Free kick, it's going to go against him.
Yep, no doubt about it at all.
There we go. So Jonathan Heverin, sorry, will take the free kick, I believe. No, hang on. No. No, it's not Heverin. So Monbulk, slow build here. They get the ball right towards the broadcast van here now. Under it was Smith. Couldn't quite take the mark though. And the ball trickles out of bounds, so boundary throw-in right in front of our broadcast van here. So Swan and Beck, in fact, will go at it in the ruck here. So the boundary throw-ins on our side have been pretty good so far here, Leo. Plenty of height and another very good one. Giving both ruckmen a good chance. Swan just thumps it forward, but straight to an opposition player. Getting in there and winning the ball that time, I think, was Hayden Smith, and the ball trickles out of bounds.
He's an angry little man, Hayden Smith. Just an angry ant.
A little bit of niggle, and it's another boundary throw-in again right in front of the broadcast van. So Swan and Beck going at it again. And once again, another good throw-in. Swan's got the front position, but Beck won the tap. Running onto the ball here beautifully. That time there was Bateson. And they get the ball moving forward here. This is Smith taking in a tackle. It's high.
Yeah, it's getting a bit of feeling in this game, mate. Yeah. And as you can see, a bit of pulleys jumpings there. And they're wearing a 125-year heritage jumper today too, Monbulk. They look pretty good.
That's it. So Smith just goes with a short option. Wanted to go for Bateson, but in the end taking the mark was Tom Taylor. He's one of the big disposal getters here for Monbulk, and Taylor goes inside 50. The kick just over the head of the teammate. Woori got the numbers back here for the moment though, so they should be able to clean up. Got the ball here now with Spencer. Spencer goes wide, and that's a pretty good kick that time there to a teammate. Robbie Allen.
I expect him to go for a big fly later in the day.
Allen, oh no, slipping over there that time. That was just a very inopportune time. I think it was Sverda, but eventually Woori get the ball moving, and Monbulk here with the numbers. Oh, couldn't quite hold onto the mark there. That time was Wirtz. There's a free kick here, and Monbulk going to get a bit of a reprieve in defence here. So Wirtz just goes wide with that handball, and they get the ball moving through the pavilion side of the ground. And that ball just trickling out of bounds and boundary throw in, Leo. Yeah,
it's going to be a throw in. So just in front of the pavilion, of course, we've got the big members' lunch there today. And the big occasion, of course, it's Shane Van Zetter's life membership induction. So always a great effort. And I know there's a lot of milestone games. We mentioned them prior to the game to all the players and netballers as well. And congratulations to all of them. The throw-in's been taking place. They're in the centre of the ground. Monbulk are trying to pick it up there. Little handball was a bit smothered off Gilbert's hands, and Woori pick it up. Go back into that forward 50. Monkhurst puts his big frame in front. Good ball by Heaven.
Oh, here we go.
Heaven, and it's picked up by, is that Neal? Nobody at the back of the pack from Monbulk at all. And that is just a little bit too easy. And Josh Neal gets his first goal. You can't leave him standing all alone behind the pack. And they go to 4 goals to 26 now. Yallock 2-1-13 Monbulk, and we've been going 24.5 minutes in the first quarter. A couple of messages coming through. Jesse of Monbulk. Oh, mate.
Interesting fact, the only 2-point player on this Yallock side, because obviously Zach Monkhurst, Junior.
We'll try and fix it up,
Jesse.
Go. Yeah, we're watching us live up there in the ruins. It's frozen. There's no sound as well. We might have to let our technician know that. Young Nathan on the roof. It's not that cold, Jesse. It shouldn't be frozen. Back in the middle of umpire Lee Walters as he throws it up in the air. Beck got the tap out there from Monbulk. They try to go further forward. Nobody can pick it up. It's just bumbling along the ground. This time a little handball out in the open to Arnold. Goes one way, picks it up and handballs it out the back of the pack. Looking for his teammate in Pisano. He can't get the footy either. It's Monbulk with it now. Kicking around the corner of one step with Stevie Oates. And goes in that forward pocket. There's a Mark Andor free kick. It's going to go the way of Woori Yallock, and it goes the way of a Joel Smith. So he's just summing up his options. Good zone set here by the Monbulk defenders. He's coming back down the broadcast side. Awkward looking kicking style at the back of the pack. Jared Majors had the fly. I thought he could have just about been paid. The umpire said no. Woori pick off the crumbs. Goes down to the half forward line. In front there, over everybody's head in actual fact. Well, Monbulk could have taken that pack, double fisted it towards the boundary line, the defenders. And it was well done over there by Wensley. And he gets it out of bounds for a throw in.
Andrew throw in right in front of our broadcast fan again. So it looks like big Zach Monkhurst going to take the contest here. And Beck for Monbulk will be taking the reins. So Monkhurst with front position, although the ball falling short of both players. Free kick for a hold here. It's going to go to Zach Monkhurst. And playing on straight away there was Hayden Smith. Long kick and a good kick. And Neil at the back takes the mark.
No, he's paid a push.
It's a push. Oh, you can't believe it, Josh Neal. Oh, it's not Neil. In fact, that's Jude Hay, or Hey Jude. As
I'll tell you what, I reckon he's a bit stiff. I reckon he didn't do that too bad, actually.
So anyway, Monbulk with a reprieve in defence, and they're going to move the ball up the pavilion side of the ground. Long kick here. That's cut off, though, beautifully. That time there by Sisverda.
Sizewerder.
Oh, Sizewerder.
He played with his dad.
There you go, another one. So Sizewerder just wheels and goes on that right boot. And it's a nice, beautiful long kick here, but flying at the ball there that time, I think, was Wirtz. The ball spills to ground here and going to be locked up, and it'll be balled up about 30 metres out from goal here for Woori Yallock. So dangerous position here for the Hawks.
It is indeed, isn't it? No one behind the pack in that goal scorer either. You watch some of the Woori blokes, they'll spread out real quick. And if you're not watching your opponent, they'll get a one out here and be in big trouble. Ruckman got it out there. It wasn't a bad tap out indeed by Woori, but the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up again. This is umpire Taylor. They're certainly umpiring right on the money at the moment, these two blokes. Walters and Taylor, up she goes. Once again, nobody got the tap out there. The umpire let it go. In fact, it's going to be a high contact. And I think Beck's going to be the recipient of the free kick from Monbulk. Centre half back. Just got over the top of his shoulder there, did Hey Jude. I love that name. I'm going to call him Hey Jude. I think so Ashley Beck. And centre half back, he's giving it off to a teammate. They handball it a couple of times there. Came from Taylor initially. Goes out the half back flank. Everyone takes the mark unattended. Usually on the left foot. Goes very short. Rutherford takes the mark, plays on once again. In fact, it was Strawn who had it. They let him go in front of the pavilion. And there's the big fella there, playing further up the ground, Taylor Joyce. Normally they're coming out of the square. They don't wind him up there, Woori Yallock. Won't kick too many goals there. The short pass finds his teammate in Stevie Oates. Right in front of the pavilion. Centre wing, top side of the ground. Oh, that's an awkward looking little wedge shot. No one can mark that. There's 3 Monbulk, 1 Woori. And I think the 1 Woori in Hayden Smith's done a terrific job in tackling his opponent. In fact, he's given him a free kick because he reckons that prior opportunity. So a 3-on-1 situation goes the way of Woori Yallock and Hayden Smith. The resulting free kick, just off one step, goes boom, straight up the cricket pitch. In front, taking a little finger tipper there, good mark, Joel Wensley.
Wensley just slices up his option. Oh, gee, nearly taken him on the tackle, but he got the kick away just in time. Hits up a teammate and Beecroft. Beecroft, short chip kick, and it's a good one. And I think that's Taylor Joyce who's got onto the end of that one there. It is, so Joyce needs to put this one through here for Monbulk. Bring the lead back down to 7 points and just get a bit of a steadier. After they kick the first 2 goals, Woori have kicked the next 4. So Joyce right on the siren, 45-degree angle. About 35 metres out. So important kick this here for the Hawks. Slow, steady approach.
Oh,
and
no.
kicked it straight into the man of the mark. So,
well, the umpire actually called play on, so that should be the end of the game.
Yeah, that's it. But anyway, as we head into quarter time, the scores here, Woori Yallock 4-2-26 are leading Monbulk 2-1-13. And very interesting quarter there, Leo. Obviously, with the Hawks getting the little jump there with the first 2 goals before Woori responding with the next 4, and the Tigers will be pretty happy with that.
Certainly would be. Yep, goal kickers on the park for the home side, Monbulk. Well, they're single goals. Nick Wall and Ben Grimes have kicked their goals, and for Woori Yallock, Josh Neal's kicked one. Robbie Swan kicked a beauty from 55, and also Josh Hawkins, nice little snap. Could have kicked 2, one from 10 yards. Thought I'll turn around and kick it very hard and hit the post. Can you believe that? Anyway, we'll go for all our scores when we come back. We might quickly go to our studios at Yarra Valley FM for a quarter-time break. Back here then, have the scores from in and around town. Thanks, Joey. So just awaiting now for everyone to be in position. It's going to be umpire Lucas Taylor to get his way in quarter number 2. And he does hold the ball aloft. And let's see, is he going to bounce it again? He certainly is, as he lines up the centre line. Walking in gingerly there, but another great bounce in there once more. Up they went. Swan got the left hand on there, spinning in and out of trouble. Did it quite nicely, was O'Day, but got a bit of trouble. Umpire says there's a high tackle. And right in the centre circle, free kick. Going to go the way of Woori. And it's going to go the way of a Kane Thompson. Out of the centre circle, straight up to the top of the hill there towards the new netball courts they go. Big punch by the Monbulk defenders. Can they get it out? Jared Major gets a bit of an oopsie kick out there. Paddy Barge good enough to pick it up. Gets a handball out to a teammate. Coming towards the broadcast van. Or strong mark there. Should be taken. It has. Lynn's got it. Kai Lynn. Straight down the middle of the ground there, on the wing side of the ground, over the head there of the big fella in Joyce. And unfortunately for Monbulk, this attack has been repelled. Umpire says play on now. A long kick. Back to centre half forward. In front there taking a very, very good mark was Arnold. Umpire lets him go now. Hayden Smith with it. Long kick into the full forward area. Over the back of the pack. 1 grab, 2 grab. Nobody can hang on to it there. And going on to the left foot. Awkward looking left foot was Josh Neal. Almost could come off. Should have been marked there. It wasn't, though, unfortunately, by Mitchell Arnold. So Monbulk, they can get it now. They're defending on the top side of the ground. And they're just going to settle play in front of the new netball courts. So good lively start once again. Quite a few turnovers by both sides. The pressure's on. It should open up later in the game. Long kick. Down centre wing. Been picked up there. Kicked quickly by Hawkins. Didn't go too far. Goes high. Goes long. Oh, 1, 2. No, mark dropped over there. That was by young Gilbert. And it's gone out of bounds for a throw in. Big chances there too. Yep. Opportunities. All galore. Just crowding the play up a little bit. Come forward. Both sides just rolling back really well. Blocking the forward line area, so throw in. How are they going to throw it in this time? It's been good, high, long throw in. Both ruckmen at it. It was Major, got the tap out there. What's he doing in the ruck for Monbulk? Paddy Barge overruns the footy. It's on that 45-metre arc at the moment. Everyone's pleading for a free kick. Umpire Lee Walters just circling him and says, I'll ball it up. So no score in this quarter at the moment. 2 minutes gone. Still 13 Monbulk, 26 Woori Yallock. Umpire throws it up.
It's balled up here. Got a big leap in there. That time was Jude Hay, but no clear possession here for Woori at the moment. Taking a tackle. That's a free kick here. So not 100% sure what that might have been. But it's holding the ball or a high tackle. A lot of congestion around that contest. So but nonetheless, Monbulk with the ball here. It's a short handball from Beecroft to his teammate there. And that's a long thumping kick up along the change room wing there. Oh, here we go. They're going to continue moving the ball forward here. So this is in the direction here of Joyce. Joyce couldn't quite take the mark. He was under a bit of pressure there. He picks it up. Joyce spilled it, though, that time. So just at the most inopportune time. This is just a high up and under ball here. Getting some numbers back here. This is Joel Adams. And oh, he slipped over at the worst possible time. No, he's been tripped, apparently. So
yeah, push, trip, take your pick.
A reprieve for the Woori defence, but this is going to come back to Joel Adams.
Interesting there, when that advantage call before by Taylor was a long eye after the incident happened, and that one wasn't allowed that time, so I thought it could have been let go.
Yep, that's it. So Adams just a short kick to a teammate there. So with the ball here now is Hayden Smith, and Smith going to the pavilion wing, and that's a pretty good kick there, hitting up a teammate that time there, Lindgren. Lindgren with a long ball up the line here, trying to run onto this again as Jude Hay, but I think that ball's trickling over the boundary line, and it is. So boundary throw in. Just nearing half forward here for Woori Yallock, so a good little press here for the time being. No score yet in the second quarter. And it'll be Robbie Swan, and I think going up in the ruck here for Monbulk is actually Glenn Strawn by the looks of it. No, it's actually Beck coming in from the other side. Beck got front position and won the tap. Trying to get the ball away here, Monbulk, but no clear kick for the time being, and now Woori with it. Short little handball there to a teammate was Cody Basoli, but the ball moving now the other way here from Monbulk. They've got some numbers here. Who's going to get there first this time? It's Nicholas Wall, but he's in a bit of trouble there. Trying to get in and win the footy was Joel Adams. It's balled up in the middle of the ground here. So very hotly contested game here. If you blink, if you close your eyes for 1 second, it'll all be over in a flash. So Beck had the better position there and he won the tap here, but O'Day gets in and tries to win it. No clear possession again for either side, and you think this is going to probably be balled up, and it is. So very stagnant ball game here at the moment, Leo.
Yeah, 4.5 gone. No score this particular quarter. 13 Monbulk, 26 Woori Yallock. Oh, threw it up nice and high too. Up went Swan, down went Swan. Beck stood his ground, got the tap out. Nicely picked up on the one grab by Beecroft. Monbulk moving it further forward, trying to get it back there. Robbie Allen got it. Handball over the back of the pack and put a lot of pressure on the Warrior defence, and they've rushed it through. For the first score in the second quarter, goes away Monbulk. It's a rush behind. They go to 2-2-14. Woori 4-2-26, 5 minutes gone, quarter number 2. So Robbie Allen usually kicks the ball a long, long way, runs straight up the middle of the ground.
Yep.
Puts his right boot into it, lands in the centre circle. Basoli in front, couldn't hang on to it. Umpire lets him go. Trying to pick it up, there's Hawkins for Woori Yallock. Also going in, Beecroft for Monbulk. It spills out, Woori get it, looking for Jolie Adams. Centre wing, right in front of our broadcast van. Gives it across back to Hayden Smith. Good smother over there. It was laid by young Grimes. Goes back to pick it up to Monbulk. And did so nicely was Oates. Gave it to a teammate. And a long kick for goal. And Stevie Oates did a terrific job. And I think, was that goal kicked in by, was it young Grimes again?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, Grimes.
I think it might have been. I was just looking the other way because I thought there was something behind play. Nonetheless, the goal goes on the board there to Monbulk, 3-2-20. Still trailing Woori, 4-2-26. 6 gone, quarter number 2. It was well done by young Oates. And that's who I was looking at, and I was watching behind play. I didn't think they were going to ping goal from there, but hopefully got the right way. It was a Monbulk goal anyway, back umpire Walters. Throws it up near, Beck going up this time. Tapped it over the back like a boundary umpire. The umpire lets him go. Nice handball over the top. Good looking kick by young Deckard at our forward line. He was looking for his teammate and baits him. Beats him too. Right around the corner where it just goes towards the boundary line. In fact, it's gone out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in. 6.5 gone. Monbulk. Another goal here is going to make the game really interesting. So waiting for the boundary umpire. Comes in a fair way. Comes in a long way. My goodness gracious me, he's coming about 15 metres.
The Rockman keep moving back on him.
Yeah, he's going to land in the centre corridor. Anyway, that's okay. That gives everybody a chance. Beecroft over the back of the pack. Paddy Barge over around the footy. Umpire just lets him go. Tackle. There's no prior there. Good tackle laid there by Beecroft on his opponent. He's coming up second last, or last was Pisano. Umpire threw it up. Both ruckmen headed straight down to Paddy Barge. He got tackled straight away. And it's going to be another ball up. So they're right on the barge. Good tackling laid by both sides at the moment. That was by Kane Thompson. This time up she goes once again. Beck got the tap, couldn't get it out. Got the tap out there. That goes wide out here. Monbulk in the race for the footy. Benny Monkhurst gets there first. Got tackled straight away there too by Lind. And forced him to kick it in a bit of a hurry. Comes off the side of the boot a bit. It's gone out of bounds centre wing. In the front of the pavilion. We've gone 7.5 and it's 20 Monbulk, 26 Woori Yallock. Not a bad game of footy.
Boundary thrown right in front of that beautiful pavilion here that they've got at Monbulk. So very even game here at the moment. Just a goal in it for the time being. Woori with that slender lead. And it looks like it's going to be Beck and Swan in the ruck again. Beck with front position, but Swan tapped it out. But winning the ball there was Beecroft from Monbulk, and he sends the ball forward here. And they're doing okay here at the moment. Onto it here now for Monbulk is Trezise. And that kick there, probably not the best. And it's across the face for a behind. So second behind of the day for Tom Trezise. And reprieve for the Woori defence. But it's just 5 points in it now. Another straight kick here for Monbulk. Will put them in front.
Long kick in. Robbie Allen right on the outer side. Good mark taken. Umpire says, yes, you have, but playing it on straight away. This time it's in the hands of Marsh. He goes long on the centre wing. Is that another whistle on play? Umpire must be Nepal, I can hear at the top for our effects mic. On hands and knees. Both players go for it. Umpire Lee Walters. Oh, I didn't know whether he thought the Monbulk player may have dived on that. Gives him a bit of a chance. He says, I'll ball it up. So they've moved it all the way to the half forward line. Woori from the kick in. You can go coast to coast these days. You can run out of that full back line. Don't like it. Hayden Smith got it. Go, big bounce over everybody's head, even over big Zach Monkhurst's head. He probably could have tried to grab that, but tried to tap it on for his teammate. People start to lay on the footy, and it's going to be another ball up. So we're about 15 metres out from the Woori goal, kicking up the hill. Towards the old netball courts now. Here they go. Can Woori make some sort of score out of this? There's a lot of players around this footy. Monbulk have come back in big numbers, and like I said before, Aidan, absolutely no one south of the centre circle again.
No. So ball to be balled up here right in front of Woori Yallock's goal. Dangerous position here for the Hawks. Grabbing it out of the ruck there was Monkhurst. He got a little bit of a kick away, but it was smothered. Getting onto it there that time was Decker. Or Monbulk in the no clear position here. Free kick's been paid, and Monbulk are going to get a reprieve in defence.
Jolly Adams, Lingy just fell on top of it.
So Monbulk. That was Decker who won the free kick. He just goes with a short hand pass.
Oh, no.
And Decker's got it again. He's going to be under pressure. No. Taking in a tackle here, but no, they worked that out. Oh, no, that's not a very good kick at all. Running onto it there is Jude Hay, and he's been taken high. So Jude Hay with a free kick directly in front of goal, probably about 40 metres out. And there's a chance to stretch the lead back out to 11 points here for the Tigers. So just probably not the way to go there. The short little handball putting his teammate under all sorts of pressure. And then the kick out of defence under a lot of pressure. And now Woori with a shot at goal. Very avoidable there for Monbulk, but Jude Hay will be hoping to put through his first goal for the day. He comes in with a slow-slid approach, gives himself a bit of an arc. That kick just going out to the right-hand side and doesn't even make the distance here. And Monbulk here with the numbers. And they should be okay here, Monbulk. So they get away with it for the time being. Long kick going up to the pavilion side. There might have been hands in the back there. Yep, it's been paid.
Spotted.
And so the big fella here, Joyce, winning the free kick here at half-back. So he's further up the ground than he'd normally be, but he just continues to move the ball up the pavilion side of the ground here. That's a good mark, though. Robbie Allen.
He's got sticky fingers, this bloke, I tell you.
And he wastes no time getting that ball moving forward. That's a beautiful kick as well. Hitting up a teammate there that time in Basoli. And he just wheels and goes on that right boot. Here's Zach Monkhurst, can't quite take the mark. And the ball trickling out the back here. Jude Hay's going to get in there again and try and win the ball. He might have won himself another free kick, and he has.
Wasn't harsh. It was a softish push. It was in the back. It was just a little bit softish, but definitely there.
You got to be, it's got to be careful, I guess, in those situations as a defender. So Jude Hay with his second shot for goal today. First one just falling short moments ago, but much closer this time. So distance should not be a problem. It's just all about the accuracy. So just a slight angle to deal with here. That important goal just to get Woori out back to a 2-goal margin. It's Jude Hay. Jude Hay with a slow, steady approach. Pretty good looking kick. Goal umpire moved a little, but it's all good. It's through the middle, and they get one back here, Woori. So 32-21 is the score here.
5-2-32, like you just say, Aidan. Woori Yallock. That's taken 12 minutes in this quarter to get that first score on the board. There's a goal, 3-3-21, Monbulk. And it's taken a fair while to get a score on the board here, but they've done it with a goal. And if you can do that, well, you're just going to maintain that lead. So a little 11-point break to Woori Yallock, and it's back in the centre circle now, going in the ruck for Monbulk. Now young Rutherford going back in there against Swan. Up they go. Rutherford stood his ground this time, but Swan got it, and they clear it once more through the agency of O'Day. Got plenty of the footy straight in the middle of the ground. They went Woori. It's about 10 metres out again. They just dive on the footy. And I think Glenn Strawn's at the bottom of the pack there. It's in fact, he's now won himself a free kick. Got him a little bit high. Is it going to go to Jared Major? It looks as though get away, Jared Major with it. And a long stalwart player here now for Monbulk. Umpire says you've got to go back around your mark. Oh, geez, I don't know why they say that. And you're back in the same position it was before. So take two. So Jared Major this time comes to the broadcast side. Looking for the big fella in Heverin. Jonathan Heverin took one hand but couldn't get it to the other. On hands and knees also trying to get the footy there was young Basin of Monbulk. Can't get it now. The umpire says let them go. A little quick kick came out of the back of the pack there by Ben Smith.
Good mark, I think, Joyce.
I think the mark has been taken. It's around our corner. He has been taken.
That was a slips catch.
Yep, took that in front of Aitchkinson. So plays on, kicks into the centre of the ground. And the mark here has been taken by Trezise. Young fella, Tommy Trezise, goes straight up the middle of the ground. That is a good-looking kick. It bounces well. It does. And on the left foot, young Spencer gets it as well. And great bit of play by the young fellas of Monbulk. And a shot on goal eventuates there. And it was really well done indeed. So Monbulk now an opportunity to get that goal back that Woori just kicked a little while ago. And I'm not sure what umpire Taylor's just telling everybody to just keep out of the no-go zone, is it?
The protected zone.
In the protected zone. So hop, skip and a jump. And a good-looking kick, but it has drifted to the, often drifts to the right-hand side over that side, coming down that hill, the old log cabin. I'm still trying to pick up who.
I think it might have been Kyle Lind. I'm not.
I think it is too, but we'll just want to just make sure on that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I thought it was Kyle Lind, so that was his first behind. Yeah, where the old log cabin was, you're walking down the hill and you tend to let it drift to the right-hand side. And unfortunately, he did it again. 22 trails 32, 10 points. Big long kick in by Robbie Allen. Off they go once again, Woori Yallock. They've got numbers on the top side of the ground, but the bad handball just lets Monbulk back in through wall. Goes back to centre half forward, 50-odd plus metres out. They go very, very short. Monbulk, in fact, it's too short, looking for Beck. Probably should have gone a little bit longer. Woori clear it. This is the agency there of Spencer. Goes back to centre, turning it over left, right and centre. Oh, getting in there very late was Alex Marsh. And a good mark taken, and Monbulk, they can go further forward once again. This time the big fella's taken it. And I should be able to kick the goal from back or the distance anyway, Taylor Joyce. And it was very, very well done there by young Benjamin Smith. So Joyce, he's playing a bit higher up the ground, I think, today, Aiden. I'm not sure whether it'd be worth a bit more to Monbulk if he gets a bit further down the ground and gets within his goal kicking distance. This could be the distance he wants. He's getting very close to the man on the mark. Oh, very close indeed. Just ran around the outside and he just knew where his distance was because they only just got there. And Taylor Joyce kicks his first goal. I thought he went way too close, but now you can run around a little bit and the man on the mark can't. Probably helps a little bit. So it goes to 4-4, 26 to Monbulk.
28.
28. Sorry. And Woori, 5-2, 32.
Finish. Yeah, he's been up the ground a little bit today. We've seen him as far as half back today, providing an option up the ground. So nothing wrong with that though. And Rutherford is going to go on the ruck here. I think Zachy Monkhurst has found himself in there as well. So yeah,
plenty of options, Woori.
Yeah. Another bounce here and another beautiful bounce here. Monkhurst winning the tap there. Liam O'Day running onto it. He just takes off. He gets the jets on, puts the ball inside 50. Kick in the direction of Jude Hay, but it just fell short of him here. Plenty of numbers for both teams, and the ball gets locked up, and it's going to be a ball up at half forward here for Monbulk. So beautiful bit of play there by Liam O'Day. Just couldn't quite finish it off with the kick there, just falling short of Jude Hay, but the ball in a good position for Woori nonetheless as Monkhurst goes on the ruck again against Rutherford. Rutherford won the tap there that time. Getting in and winning the ball there was major for Monbulk, but now O'Day's got it. Monkhurst just slapping the ball back in the direction of O'Day. Now they get the ball moving out of defence here to Monbulk, but it's cut off here beautifully that time there by Bailey Sizeverda. And he's just going to wheel and go, put that ball inside 50. No mark taken, ball spills to ground. Who's going to get it here for Woori? Short little kick going forward, but Monbulk cut it off again. And out there that time is Lind, but Lind, who kicked the goal earlier, couldn't take clean possession. Rutherford taken in a tackle.
The secondary umpire saw, Lee Walter saw that. That's good umpiring there.
Yep, that's it. The out-of-zone umpire paying the free kick if you see it. Got to pay it. So Rutherford.
Done all right, the young fella.
Yeah, he is. He's doing pretty well. He's just going the short kick, and it's knocked out by Robbie Allen.
Honestly,
I'm pretty sure.
If you haven't got an option, no good going to a contest short. You might as well go to a contest long.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and sometimes I can't see past that first contest.
Yep, that's it.
So anyway, he'll learn from that.
Yep. So he's going to be thrown back in. Very interesting bit of play there, as you said, Leo. So ball thrown back into play. Monkhurst with front position, winning the tap. The ball going towards the Monbulk side of the ground. Smith got a handball to Sizeverda, who wastes no time getting that ball inside 50. They've got numbers down there. Neil couldn't quite take the mark, and they do that pretty well.
They certainly do, and they're under a bit of pressure, Monbulk. They just got to get another goal to keep up here with Woori. They change up there to the top side through Dylan Wirtz. Still a long way from their goal. They're in the back pocket at the moment. They can move further forward now. Goes in front of the pavilion, over the back of the pack. Oh, almost taking the mark there was Beecroft. The umpire just lets him play on. Very rarely goes out of bounds up there. Just keeps always bouncing back towards the centre of the ground. Woori have got it once more. Good, strong mark taken. I think this could be Arnold Mitchell. Long kick into the goal square for Woori Yallock. It's going a long way.
It's a goal.
That's a great goal. I'm not sure if that's Mitchell or if it's Brad. I'll just keep the glasses on. But he's kicked out all of 55 as well. And just what Monbulk didn't really need at the moment.
I think it was Mitch Arnold.
Yeah, I think it might be. I've got my goggles on.
I saw a 5 in the back of the jumper.
Yeah, well, one wears 25. I think the other one wears 35. So
I don't have a 35 on my sheet. Yeah, interesting.
Well, there we go. See. Well, the score now, of course. Give that out. And, oh, you're busy on the computer there. Good man.
Goal's been paid.
Yep. It's going back in the middle. I'll get you to continue there.
So ball being bounced here. Rutherford winning the tap, and he gets the ball down, but O'Day ended up winning it. Monkhurst wants to go the handball, he does, and they just get the ball moving inside 50 very quickly here, but Monbulk can cut it off for the time being. Free kick may have even been paid. It has free kick for in the back, so get away with it here for the time being. Will the home side.
It was Mitchell Arnold. Short kick comes back, and the mark's been taken there. This is Strawn. Goes wide against close to the coach's box and just chipping it around at the moment, Monbulk. This is where it came undone just before. So we want to be a little bit careful. There's nowhere to go because Woori have really compressed the zone. They made the ground very, very small. They try to switch play now. This is through Josh Spencer. Goes along on the outer side. Monbulk still got hold of it, but they're only 45 metres out from Woori's goal. A very short kick, looking for Heverin. Took that mark. They're just worming their way through. Handball comes off. Monbulk with a chain of handballs, got the centre wing. Now they want to put it back inboard, and they're just going to get caught there because all the Woori Yallock players have just rolled back with it, but a poor tackle sees it go the way of Monbulk. They've worked hard to get through this zone. It was very well set there by Monbulk, and they've got to go backwards once again to go forwards. Heverin takes the mark. Centre wing, members side of the ground. We're just going to go short and short and short, just maintain possession. Gilbert's got the mark at centre half back. Just denying Woori the use of the footy. Works has got it once again. This time he runs straight up the middle of the ground on the cricket pitch. It falls a bit short. Couldn't take the mark was Decker. Puts themselves under a lot of pressure. Can they turn it over? Marsh tried to get it. Major now for Monbulk. It's in the centre circle. There's a whistle on play. Is there an advantage play? Hang on. No, it's going to go the way of Woori. Again, the secondary umpire has seen something. And the free kick. Yep, it's going to go Woori. This time it's going to go to young and Jack Ryan.
Ryan wasting no time, and again Woori Yallock are inside 50 here. The kick in direction of Hay, I'm pretty sure. A free kick here going the way of Monbulk, and it's going to be taken by the skipper here in Heverin.
I thought he took the mark and played on. It's got to come back.
Yep, that's it. So Heverin wasting no time, just goes to the broadcast side of the ground here, which is actually the outer side of the ground here today. So now they're going to get the ball moving up through the middle of the ground, you would think here, Monbulk. And that's exactly what they do. Short kick here, and it's not a bad one. Heading up a teammate that time there in Decker. And Decker looks around, sizes up his options. Gets the ball to about the top of the 50 in the Joyce direction, but it's a good mark taken in the end there that time by Atchison. Yeah. And gee, slipping over there at the wrong time though was Joel Smith, but Woori recover it nonetheless here, although running onto the ball first there that time was Strawn. Strawn puts the ball inside 50. Little handball there that time there by Beecroft. Woori cut it off once again, and it's going to be balled up. Now it's going to be thrown in, ball trickling out of bounds. So
it's getting a bit willing out there as well.
Yep, that's it. A little bit of a brawl as Leo takes the binoculars to have a closer look. So
umpire Taylor says, "Yeah, throw it in."
That's it. So
the umpire Priestley.
That's it.
Throws the ball in well, doesn't he? Eh? Yeah, nice big high throw, 50 metres out. Nobody can get the tap. It went out the back of the pack. Monbulk get a kick out there. Great smother, Robbie Allen follows it up as well. Goes straight up the cricket pitch. Unfortunately, lands in the hands of Spencer over Monbulk. Goes back in that forward 50. Jumping high there for the ball, but couldn't take the mark. Was Joyce of Monbulk. Quick kick out of the pack. Goes towards the boundary line. And unfortunately for Monbulk, it has gone out on the full.
Oh, was that, it was out in the full there. There we go.
There you go. So the free kick going to go to way of Woori. Unfortunately, come off the boot of Beck. He was just tackled as he kicked it.
Ashley Beck, 0 goals, 0 points, 1 out in the full, as Len Vertigan would have said.
Certainly has. Gone out the outer side, Woori. We won't forget it, will we? And straight in front of the pavilion they go. The ball's been pinging around like circle work over the back of the pack. Everyone got the nice little spoil on there from Monbulk. Plenty of players there. They pick it up. Handball by Ryan. Goes to Kane Thompson. What can they do with it now? Handball, absolutely no one. Just a bit of a short one looking for his skipper in Pasoli. Couldn't get hold of it, but it's been cleared out there by Monbulk and the agency of Nick Wall. But there's too many Woori players. And Alingi, Jolly Adams takes the mark. Centre half back for Woori Yallock and goes towards the member's side. Good mark.
That's a beautiful mark taken there. I think that's Arnold again, and he wheels and goes on the pavilion side of the ground here. Couldn't quite hold the mark there. That time was Basoli. And now
you're gone.
Ball here. Oh, this is trouble. No, gets the kick away just in time. Could have even been a downfield through. That's a beautiful mark taken there by Beck, and he's just going to hold it up for the time being. So
look at Taylor Joyce go.
Yeah, just had no one up forward. So this is sometimes the problem when you get everyone moving back. You got no options up forward. Choice is there, but no, it's a beautiful mark taken there that time by Atchison.
I reckon it's Robbie Allen.
Is it Robbie Allen?
I reckon it is. He's got the sticky fingers. He's a bit of an Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, and I think you might be right. I think it is Robbie Allen.
Yeah, it is.
So Robbie Allen, that was a good mark. Try to give it to Hutchison, but it is Allen. In fact, he goes with a long kick to the pavilion side of the ground. No mark taken. Swooping in beautifully. That time there was Thompson. They get another handball here. I think getting the ball there that time might have been the other Arnold and Brad. And here we go. They should be able to go inside 50 in a second here. That's a pretty good kick to Monkhurst. Is it Monkhurst?
No, it's Basoli.
No, it's not. It's Basoli.
Yeah, and that was just that's probably the play today so far, Aiden. That coast to coast there by Woori, and really nicely done. Kane Thompson, the instigator, he got the old give and go and got it back again.
Did it very well, yeah. There's always just a bit of an overlap ready to go, so they've done that well. And Basoli now with a shot at goal, and this can stretch the lead out to a game high 16 points. Basoli, very important shot at goal here. And it looks pretty good. Goal umpire's not moving. And it just holds the line in the end. It's a goal, so 16-point lead, 7-2-44. Woori Yallock leading Monbulk. It's 4-4-28.
Yeah, great bit of play there by Woori. They just sneak out that little handy 3 goals just about lead at 25-minute mark here of the second quarter. And as I say, that was probably the play today coming out from the back line there. Monkhurst held up the play. Thompson give it to him and go straight back to Thompson. And then they can move it out there. And it's a big, strong open forward line. Basoli leading straight through the middle. Good bit of play. So it's back in the middle here with umpire Lucas Taylor. And he's lining up to bounce the ball again, Aiden. I'm just loving this. Boom, look at that. Fantastic. Bring it back. Big lead. Both ruckmen went up and they both tapped it down. Woori trying to get the clearance and they do so now. That was one of the Smiths who just gives it off to a teammate, and Kane Thompson was instigating that last goal. That was an ordinary kick. Umpire just lets him go. Going in hard. Paddy Barge from Monbulk spills it free. Great tackle by Thompson on his opponent there, and Beecroft, the Boyle spills free. It is still willing and wanting at the moment. Hayden Smith flings it out. Umpire just lets him go once more. It's been picked up by the big fella in Beck. Puts it into the forward line. It's a one-on-one race there. Can Taylor get his boot to it? I think he might have. Oh, geez, it was a race by camels, but they got there in the finish. And the big fella Taylor Joyce gets his second.
No, I think it was Beck in the end.
Do you reckon Beck got it?
Yeah, no, Beck was claiming it.
I think Taylor Joyce was going to claim it. Let's give it to Ashley Beck.
Yep.
It's Monbulk anyway. 5 goals, 4, 34, 10 points adrift. Woori, 7-2-44, 26 and a half gone. Yeah, I didn't know if it bounced all the way through because it didn't look like
I think it did. I think Joyce was always a little bit behind.
He was trying to get a leg on it,
yeah.
didn't he? It was just that little bit. It's when you go to the beach playing with a beach ball and you just can't get it because the breeze just keeps pulling it away. That's it. Nonetheless, it was a goal to Monbulk. It's back in the middle.
Little leg spinner.
It was. Umpire Lee Walter, he throws it up. Nicely done too. Good tap out, and Monbulk, they can get another clearance here if they can get the footy out. They cannot. And we're going to have a secondary ball up. So it's been a good game of footy so far. Well umpired and well played by both sides. Up they go once again, getting up nice and high. Wednesday's had a couple of tap outs there for Monbulk. It's in the centre of that forward 50 once more. At the bottom of the pack is Beck. Can he get it out? He's turned upside down in the full Nelson step over toe hold. And that's going to be a ball up. Bit of a sumo wrestling hold, I think, Aiden.
Yep.
Submission hold. Umpire Taylor this time throws it up. Nobody gets a tap out as Beck just pushes his opponent and Swan out of the way. Crashing through Sizeworthy for Woori Yallock. Benny Monkhurst taps it a little bit further on. Everybody's falling over each other at the moment. Monbulk trying to get the footy. It's gone backwards to try and go forward. Finally, it's been picked up over here by young Hewson. He goes down pretty hard, getting it picked up there. Great tackle late on Basoli. Would have been a free kick, but in the background you can hear the siren go for half-time. A lot shorter quarters than what we got at, well, where were we at Gembrook?
Only 28 minutes this quarter.
Yeah, 28 minutes score, and I think we had 38-minute quarters. And
I think the problem at Gembrook, the ball kept going over the fence, and we had to wait about 5 minutes just to get the ball back today. It's been
we've only got one ball at Gembrook, so that's usually what happens. Anyway, it is half-time here at the Hawks' Nest at Monbulk, and at half-time it is Monbulk 5-4-34. They trail Woori Yallock 7-2-44. That went for 28 and a bit minutes. We might get some quarters, half-time scores around the pack when we come back. I think, Aiden, at the moment, I can let you know the goal kickers on the park for Monbulk. 2 to Benny Grimes, singles to Nick Wall, Taylor Joyce and Ash Beck. And over there to Woori Yallock, we've got singles all the way through from Josh Neal, Robbie Swan, Josh Hawkins, Cody Basoli, Zach Monkhurst and Jude Hey, what we'll do is we'll go back to our studios at Woori Yallock, 99.1 for our half-time break. We'll be back here for what will be the second half. Thanks, Joey. Second half here at Monbulk, 5-4-34 at the moment. Monbulk trailing Woori Alex 7-2-44, got a 10-point deficit. Umpire Lee Walters gets us underway. She throws it high up in the air. Rutherford gets a tap down, unfortunately, straight down to his opponent. Ruckman and Swan on the left foot. Wasn't bad either. Nice little torp right in the middle of the forward 50. Picked up, kicked around the corner by the big fella, Zach Monkhurst. Oh, just goes left of centre. And the first quarter, second half goes the way of Woori. It is a behind. They go to 7-3-45. Only taking 20-odd seconds there. Monbulk, of course, 5-4-34. Dangerous leaving the big fella out there on his own. So Monbulk kicking up the hill at this stage. Go long down the outer side through Wensley. Well, Everett couldn't take that mark. It's been picked up, tackled straight. Hayden Smith laid a good tackle, but it's too high. So umpire Lee Walter says you can't do that. And it looks like Rutherford with it. Been very good, the young man. Good player coming over everybody's head, over the back of the pack. Oh, Monkhurst, Ben, tried to do a few fancy things, lost the football. Chasing in the run for the ball now. Young Trezise could pick it up, lost it as well. And a lot of turnovers. Trezise ended up with it once more. Beck got it. Handball into no man's land. Over the top they went. Batesman couldn't hang on to it as well. Monbulk just desperately trying to get that ball forward. They do so this time through Strawn. Goes in that forward 50. Oh, the big fella could have taken it in. Joyce just slipped through his fingers. Can he get it back? They can't. Robbie Allen gives it to his teammate. They come clearing through the member side of the ground, or the broadcast side to Benny Monkhurst. On the right foot, looks like he's playing up the ground a little bit. Gives it to his bro and Zach. Was he off? The umpire said, no, get back. Close to the man on the mark. Monkhurst goes into that forward pocket. And taking a very, very good, strong mark deep in that forward pocket for Woori Alex. I can't see now. Hayden, is that one of the...
Joshy Neal, Leo.
Josh, it is. I thought it might have been over there. He's kicked one goal in that first quarter. You can take it away.
Josh Neal, this is a pretty difficult angle, particularly for a right footer. He's kicked one goal so far this afternoon. So he backs in the drop punt. It's not a bad looking kick, I tell you what. He's worked that magnificently, Josh Neal. So first goal of the second half to Woori. Josh Neal with his second goal for the afternoon is an absolute beauty from the boundary line. And they skip away to a 17-point lead to the Tigers.
They do indeed. 8-3-51 now, Woori. Monbulk 5-4-34. Something they didn't want to do. Let that Woori Alex lead just slip out that little bit further. And the big crowd up there at the beautiful new pavilion, all standing out in the balcony. Have had a great luncheon up there today for all the members. And it's good to see Monbulk looking after their members as well.
Yep. So ball back in the centre here. Swan against Rutherford. Rutherford again the early jump, and Swan won the tap down. It's a foot race between O'Day and Beecroft. No one got there first in the end. It was a bit of a draw. O'Day in a dumping tackle, or laying the dumping tackle, I should say. And this is a take two in the centre here. So it'll be Swan and Rutherford once again in the ruck. Rutherford winning the tap there that time. Got it down to a teammate there in Strawn. Strawn locked up in a tackle straight away, so it's going to be balled up once again. So laying the tackle there for Woori Alex that time was Thompson. Rutherford winning the tap there, but it's Woori getting the ball away here. I think that was Smith who got a beautiful kick away, hitting up a teammate there that time, and Brad Arnold. And he handballs back to Smith. Smith with just a low chip kick inside the 50, and it's thumped away.
That's the other Smith. There's two. They're almost identical.
Yep, that's it.
Joel and Hayden.
Thumped away there that time beautifully by Tom Taylor. It's a boundary thrown in the forward pocket here for Woori Alex. So another opportunity for an early goal and stretch that lead out to 23 points, but all depends on this bit of play here first. So going up in the ruck here for both teams, it looks like Monkhurst is going to take it for Woori Alex, and Rutherford's decided to go down. It's interesting, sometimes you go inside the forward 50 and you leave the big ruckman out of there just to not have too much congestion, which is sometimes a smarter way of doing it. Monkhurst with the front position, but it was Rutherford who won the tap. Ball just trickling to ground now. Rutherford getting in there and winning the hard ball, but couldn't get the handball away. He's locked up, so the umpire's going to ball it up. And repeat stoppages here, so it's going to be Monkhurst and Rutherford again in the ruck. Monkhurst gets to the front, he wins the tap, he got it down to a teammate there. O'Day's got the ball, has a ping at the goals, it's not coming back though. And that'll trickle through for a behind, Leo.
It does indeed, and there's a lot of bit of ruck play there too. Just couldn't get the ball to go a bit further to the left-hand side. O'Day, 8-4-52. Woori Alex, 5-4-34. Monbulk, 4.5 gone. Into the third quarter.
So even 3-goal lead here at the moment.
Yeah, just need to get it up to hill here that they can, Monbulk. But as you can see, look at Monbulk. They're really getting squashed into their back half, aren't they? They've got an 18-man zone set up here, Woori Alex. Go to the middle of the ground. It was a good kick.
There we go, 25.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was or not. Against Robbie Allen, it was a good mark taken by Beecroft. Yeah, I know he swung the arm, hit him in the arm a little bit, but nonetheless, 25-metre penalty, of course, in our league. And Beecroft with it, wants to give it off, does so. Gives it to Rutherford on the left leg. Goes for Strawn, rather. Long kick on the left leg by Strawn. And it's gone to the left-hand side, and it's gone through for a behind. 5-5-35 and Monbulk, that's their first score. 5 minutes gone. 8-4-52. Woori, 5 gone. Quarter number 3, Robbie Allen loves to kick it long. No mistake here. Lands in the centre circle too. Smith couldn't hang on to it. Being tackled right in the middle of the ground. He did get a left foot to it eventually. Everyone picks it up there for Monbulk. Can only go one way, and that's towards the broadcast van. Sort of floated around a little bit, but it's been picked up by Lind. Misses his target over there in young Beecroft. Can he pick it up? He's been tackled. And the free kick should go. Angry man, young Smith. Beecroft's got it. He's a hard nut, I'll tell you. Hayden Smith. So Lockie Beecroft goes laterally. Finds his teammate. They can just play on if they want to now. It's in the hands of Trezise. Goes to centre half forward. And a lovely kick by young Tommy Trezise. Finds the big fella there in Taylor Joyce. And again, distance not a problem for this big bloke. He's about 35 metres out. Looks like they're playing a bit closer to the goals. I think they should have done it earlier. Just gives him a bit of a better target. And we know he's a good goal kicker as well. So Taylor Joyce likes to run very close to the man on the mark. Has done so on a few occasions. Hasn't got a very long run up.
Nope.
And once again, he's going to step to the right as he gets there. Otherwise, he's going to kick it on the man on the mark again. Oh, he gets close to that man on the mark. But she's absolutely dead straight. Goal number 2 to him. 6 go on the board there to the Hawks. They go to 6-5-41. They trail Woori 8-4-52. We've been going 6.5 quarter to number 3. So a good bit of play. Young Tommy, these couple of these young blokes, Tommy Terais shows a lot of talent, and Benny Houston also. So good to see young Ben Smith. Some very good talent coming up there through Monbulk. Also for Woori, of course, we've got the names, Ryan, and we've got all the other ones coming out there too. Hayes, O'Day, Arnold, Thompson, Marsh, Allen, they're everywhere at the moment. Spencer. It's all these well-known names from days gone by.
Yep, that's it. It's just been the theme of the day so far. Woori getting a bit of a lead.
Oh, that's the worst one. Oh, it's a slippery footy. I'm going to give him an excuse there.
That's it. No, it's fair enough. So he'll just throw it up in the air. He's been terrific. He has been absolutely magnificent. So it'll be Swan and Rutherford in the ruck again. Rutherford winning the tap, just going forward to his teammate Lind. Trying to win the ball at ground level. There was O'Day. Just got a little handball there, but his teammates were under pressure. Trying to get in and win the ground ball that time there was Houston. Taken in a tackle. It's going to be balled up at half forward here for Monbulk. So ball just kind of wheeling its way towards Monbulk's end of the ground. Or their attacking half. That time it was won there by Swan, and Swan has another free kick. So I don't think he actually got any in the second quarter. But
he's picked a few. He's probably his 6th free kick out of the run.
Yeah, he's got another one, and here we go. This might be a free kick for it. Yeah, downfield.
That's against young Rutherford.
Some nasty treatment. Ben Monkhurst has claimed it. And
no, Zach.
Zach Monkhurst, and he's going to back himself in. So the big monk, the son of Damien, is going to back himself in to kick what would be his second goal of the day.
It's got to give to young Rutherford. He's only a young fella. He's got no fear at all. So he gave away that free kick, but we weren't happy about it. Showed it, but gave the free kick away. But that's okay.
It's a big Monkhurst. Little skip step there. A couple of other skip steps. 50 metres out. It's a good long kick. It looks pretty accurate as well. Was it touched to the line?
I reckon it's over the line. I reckon that's too far back.
Goal umpire says no, it's a goal. Benny Monkhurst, Zach Monkhurst. I've done it again. Zach Monkhurst with his second goal of the day, and Woori back out to a 17-point lead.
9-4-56, Woori.
58.
58. Oh, yeah, just to keep taking GST off it. 9-4-58, 6-5-41. Oh, why am I doing that? 9 minutes gone in the third quarter. 2 and 6, that's 8, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, I've got to take that GST.
There you go.
Got the right score, got the right numbers, mate. Up she goes. Umpire. Oh, he didn't bounce it this time. Well, he's given it away, has Lucas Taylor. Never mind, he's been terrific as well. One of the highlights of the afternoon. Still hanging around in that middle of the pack. Jolly Adams picks it up, throws out the back of the pack. The umpire says it's all right. Smith gets it, gives it across to a teammate, and they can run it into that forward line once more through Hawkins. Goes to centre half forward. Smack bang. You can hear on the flex mic. It's just hitting players everywhere. There's a kick out of the pack by Monkhurst, but there's a free kick. And it looks like Neil's going to be the recipient. And Josh Neil has kicked 2 goals so far this afternoon for Woori. Got an opportunity from about 40 metres out directly in front to put another one on the board for the Tigers. And the rain is now starting to come down pretty steadily.
Yep.
And I reckon Nathan's not going to enjoy this very much up there on the roof at all.
No, well, we saw him covering the camera before on the camera. So
I hope he's got a raincoat.
Yeah, I hope so too.
So Josh Neal from 40 metres out, directly in front. Getting dark as well. I reckon the lights will come on soon too. Very close again to the man on the mark. Goes high, up and under, and absolutely arrow straight for Josh Neal. He's kicked 3 straight. And Woori just sneaking away a little bit. Go to 10.4.64. I hope that's right. 6.5.41. Monbulk, we've gone 10 minutes, quarter number 3. And they've already put 3 on the board this particular quarter, Aidan.
Yep, that's it. And with the rain coming down as well, this 23-point lead could become very handy for the Tigers. The scoring's probably going to become a lot harder to do.
Certainly is.
So ball's back in the middle now. Big Monkhurst in the ruck against young Rutherford. They're both young, I suppose, but
when you're my age, everyone's young.
That's it. So Rutherford.
He's got himself a free kick.
There you go.
Oh, the Bronx cheers from the crowd up there.
So Rutherford just sends the ball inside 50 here. Not a bad kick in the direction of Joyce, but Woori there getting a couple of numbers back now. Robbie Allen trying to win the ball, and he might have won himself a free kick here, has he? Yes, I think he has.
Yeah, I think he made it look worse than what it was. I think Barnes Spencer, Trezise made him just touch him. Really well done.
To the middle of the ground in the Monkhurst direction. It goes over his head, though. Getting the ball at the back there. That time was Taylor. They send the ball back inside 50 once again. Joyce is there, but can't take the mark. Ball just falling to the ground now. No clear possession. Getting in there that time was Trezise, but no, it's Woori who get the ball out here for the time being. The kick in the direction of Hawkins. Ball spills out the back, taken cleanly there by Wensley. And now the ball dribbling towards the forward. Can Arnold run onto this? He couldn't. Soccer off the ground. Is that a goal? No, it's touched. That's a free kick, so no score.
No score. Umpire Lucas Taylor.
Might have been kicking in danger, I think.
Could have been too. Free kick going to go the way of Josh Spencer. And luckily enough too for Monbulk. They just can't see a way out at the moment. He wants to come to the broadcast side, tells everybody to get over here. He does that. Makes a lot of effort there. Basoli in front for Woori. Couldn't hang on to it. Heverin gets it in their way and taps it along the ground. And it's gone out of bounds for a throw in. We've gone 12 minutes, 64 Woori, 41 Monbulk. Quarter number 3. Just need to get a goal on the board to Monbulk. They've only kicked the 1 so far in this quarter. Woori, they've piled on 3. The banter umpire throws it in AFL style. Now around the corner. Monkhurst takes it out of the ruck. Throws it out sideways. Straight in the hands of Monbulk's Gilbert. Got a quick kick and Lux of Fortune. Marked there by young Ben Hewson. Switches played at the top of the ground in front of the pavilion. And they can go off in here and run if they want to now. Monbulk. It's in the hands of Bateson. Needs to play it on quickly. Oh, hanging on to it a little bit now. Woori, they're just running back. It's got to go short. Standing there for a long time, just going over the head of young Hewson. Made the double play, but Monbulk good enough to go back and get it.
Good kick.
And a good kick. This finds Beck all alone. That's centre half forward. And I don't know who's not on this young fella. And a Beecroft. Been standing in the forward pocket all alone for about 10 minutes, I think.
Oh. How do you let that happen, lad? That's
I don't know.
Terrible defending.
Well, I think they just, he blends into that Bendigo Bank sign, I think. No one can see him over there.
Yeah, probably.
Tough kick here, though. Lockie on the left foot. Oh, has he kept it too far left? Oh, I was just going to say, Lockie, you can't kick it left over there. And he just hung it out the left-hand side. Unfortunately for him, and Monbulk goes through for a behind. 6-6-42 now, Monbulk. 10-4, 64 Woori, 13.5 gone. And it's a quarter number 3. We're just waiting for the footy to come back into the hands of Robbie Allen. Well, the rain's coming down, so you've got to get it over the fence and get it yourself, Robbie.
Yep. No one wants to leave their spot at the moment, so
do not.
Robbie Allen. Is he just going to go long down the centre again, you reckon?
He won't go short, I can tell you that.
He does go long up the centre. Probably a bit of a shorter kick for Robbie Allen.
Look at that. That's a great kick.
But it's still a great kick, as Leo says. It hits up Brad Arnold, and he wheels and goes on that right foot. They're inside 50 here now. Can Neil take the mark? No, he can't. The ball spilling to ground now. Getting in there first that time was Decker from Monbulk. And a free kick being paid here for Hyde. So Decker's won it. He's been thrown to ground, and that's 25. And that's poor discipline there by Woori Yallock. Didn't need to do it. And Monbulk really having the pressure relieved here.
It's only a short 25.
Yeah,
the 50s used to be long, but the 25 seemed to be short.
Yep. Decker to Beecroft. Beecroft wanted to hand it to his teammate. He eventually hands it back to Decker. Decker, no, that kick's cut off beautifully there that time. Really out of trouble for the time being. So short kick going around the back, heading up Benny Monkhurst. So what will he do here, Benny Monkhurst? He just goes up the line again into the line of Hawkins. Hawkins takes the mark. So Hawkins wants to get it moving pretty quickly. Another short kick up the line here. It's a pretty good one. Getting up his teammate here that time in Hayden Smith. So Smith should be able to put them inside 50 here. He's got options of plenty ahead. No, he just goes with a short chip kick here. So just a slow build up here for Woori. This is O'Day. He's been one of their star players this season, Liam O'Day, and he loads up. Low spearing ball, but no, it's cut off there. Oh, took it beautifully there. That time was Marsh, but taken in a tackle. And it's paid a throw. Oh, he paid a throw, so Alex Marsh a little bit unlucky there, but probably just took a bit too long and threw the ball out. So Monbulk with a reprieve here. So
Dylan Wirtz with it back there.
Dylan Wirtz sizing up his options. He's going to go to the broadcast wing. A long kick here. Vex there. Got rid of his opponent, but it's a push, so Woori are going to get it back, Leo.
Well, they certainly are. And Robbie Allen's got the advantage paid. Oh, it was. So we're looking back here. Robbie Allen's wanting for the footy to come back. Everyone just kept playing. The advantage has been paid. The mark's been taken by Alex Marsh once again. And this time, it isn't a bad spot. The goal's actually, as you can see, and where we're sitting here, Aiden, open up a little bit, and it does drift a little bit to the right-hand side. So easier kicking from here than from in front of the old log cabin. It used to drift away a bit. So Alex Marsh from about 35 out puts it way too far to the left. In fact, that's probably going to go out of bounds on the full. No, it's been knocked back into play, and it's been rushed through for behind the Woori. Just about put it in a dangerous spot there. 10-5-65 now. Woori lead. And Monbulk 6-6-42. Been going 16 and a bit. Quarter number 3. Kicking's been done, but a terrific mark to Robbie Allen. Yeah, it's got sticky fingers. I reckon he can have a go at this. He's about 60 out. He's on the cricket pitch. In fact, his run-up's almost in the centre circle. Can kick the ball a long way. He's made of matchsticks, Robbie Allen, but by geez, he can kick a footy. Coming in now, puts his right boot into it. It's going right on the goal line. In that forward pocket, the Monbulk defence just punch it out. Bit of a tappy tour to throw by Kai Lind. The umpire says it's all right, and it's gone out of bounds for a throw in. No, free kick.
No, free kick.
It's going to go to Lind.
Rutherford.
Was it Rutherford? Okay, comes out to Heverin. Takes the mark unopposed. Wants to go around the corner on that left foot, all very close to the boundary line. Lands in front of his teammate Decker. Can he get it out? Tries to give a teammate a handball, but there's too many Woori players. Kicked off the ground or picked up quickly by Spencer. Goes into the centre middle of the forward 50. Alex Marsh is out there. Is that Lindgren out there? It's on the left foot. Goes into that goal square and touched right on the line by Everin.
Do you ever find sometimes, I found sometimes when you have a shot for goal, you almost lose a bit of meterage. Sometimes when you're kicking from defence, you almost kick it a bit longer, but then when you're kicking for goal, it doesn't go as far.
Yeah, it always seems to be that way because you've got to travel that extra 5 or 10 metres to get it over that goal line. It's 66 leads 42. We've gone 17.5 in the third quarter. Still drizzly rain out there. We're playing on from full back. The handball comes out the major. What's he going to do now? Oh, he just puts it up with a wedge. This is not very good. Everyone went up, everyone went down. No one actually really got much of a fingertip on that. Bit of a check side kick out the back of the pack. Could have been a free kick to Robbie Allen. Umpire said no. Handball by Oates. Teammates were all around the place. Fumbling the ball in front of him was Nicky Wall. Couldn't get it. Robbie Allen got back against, got it again. Spencer got the handball out. Nobody can get it. Robbie Allen's there once more. Little handball. Did he handball out? I'm not sure. Hayden Smith's got it. Busts through the pack. Gets a handball out. Now another handball by Woori out in the open spaces. Who can pick this up? Nobody can. Swans tackles his opponent right in front of the broadcast van and Nick Wall. And the umpire says there's no prior opportunity there, boys. I'm going to ball it up. The umpire tells us, I'll ball it up.
Ball it up here. Thumping it away there that time was Wensley, and the ball taken back by Woori Yallock, though. Getting in there, winning it that time there was Hewson, and they're away here. This is Oates. Handball running onto it that time there was Strong, but Strong taken in the tackle. O'Day trying to win the hard ball, but couldn't quite do it. Here's Hewson again. Just gets a handball moving forward. No clear possession for either team. This time it's Beecroft trying to get in there and win that hard footy, but couldn't quite do so. The ball's locked up, and it's a ball up at half forward here for Monbulk, and the Hawks just need to find a couple of goals here before three-quarter time. We're nearly into time on. They're trailing by 4 goals, and with that rain coming down, you don't want to be too far behind.
Another whistle. Another block this time. Oh, hello, we're starting to get a few back, eh?
Yeah, here we go. So Joel Wensley. Waste no time. Short little chip kick in the left foot, but it's cut off. Oh, dearie me. So disappointing result there for Monbulk, and they can wheel and go here. Woori Yallock, they go to the pavilion side of the ground. This is a 1-on-1. No one really had front position there, but eventually it's Woori who can get the ball moving forward here. This to a 1-on-1 here to Neil's advantage, is it? Now it spills out the back there, and it's trickling over. So boundary throw in the forward pocket. Good result ultimately in the end there for Woori Yallock. So opportunity here, this to potentially stretch the lead out to 5 goals if they can make something work from this stoppage. Monkhurst in the ruck here, and I think Wensley might be taking the ruck contest again. So no Rutherford or no Beck, who've been doing it for most of the day for Monbulk. But here we go. Front position there was Wensley, but it was Monkhurst who won the tap. Rutherford's there now, actually. Actually, no, it's not Rutherford. It was Hewson. And now they go back inside 50 again here. Where I think that's Jude Hay. It is Jude Hay. He gets in there. Was he pushed in the back? No, he wasn't. Umpire said it's okay. So balled up at half forward here.
Gentle, boys. Gentle. Easy. Yeah. Sorry. Lee Walls, he'll get this under control and just say, take it easy, boys. Let each other get up. Jude Hay at the bottom of the pack there. Up she goes once again. Monkhurst takes it out of the ruck and just handballs it straight back up in the air. Nobody can pick it up. Oh, could have been tagged there. I thought Lindgren tackled without the footy, ducking into that tackle. The umpire's on the blind side as well. No high tackle. It's going to be a ball up. Jared Major working hard there for Monbulk. Up she goes once again. Oh, went up very early Wednesday, but missed the footy. Just bounces straight back down on the ground, trying to pick it up with Spencer of Monbulk. Got a little kick out there, but Robbie Allen's got it now for Woori. Kicks it into that forward pocket, over the back of the pack. One grab, two grab. Nobody can get hold of it. Monbulk's for the agency of Beecroft. His kick is smothered. Now they go laterally on the outer side of the ground, looking for young Paddy Barge. He's quieting down after a good start in the first quarter. Paddy Barge, good tackle laid there. What's the umpire going to call? Good tackle, Paddy Barge. So the vice captain there of Monbulk winning a free kick. Just got nowhere to go. He looks up and Woori have just compressed this ground into almost a 50-metre arc, haven't they, really? It's just a very, very small footy ground when he looks up, so it's just got to go long. Hoping Monbulk can take a mark. I think they have. No, the umpire says Beck didn't hang on to it, so they played on once more. This time they get a quick kick out of the pack. It was Oates once more over the back of the pack. Here's the big fella now. He puts his right foot into it, does Joyce, looking for young Hewson. Can he pick the footy up? Does now. Slips at the inappropriate time. Got a handball out to a teammate and kicking it around the corner is Decker. And I think he's done a great job. Oh, it's touched. Great work by young Hewson to get it out to him. It was a good shot on goal. Just a fingernail there by Woori. Saved the goal. Unfortunately for Monbulk, it's only a behind. They go to 6-7-43. They trail Woori 10-6-66. We've been going 22 minutes in quarter number 3. Great effort that, but unfortunately it wasn't paid.
No.
So a little bit of a finger tipper. Well done by young Hewson. Robbie Allen with it again. Lovely, long kick, no doubt. Low and hard, up to the top wing. Over the back of the pack. Oh, good mark by Swan. Plays on straight away. This looks young O'Day with it once more. He's got it, kicks it out of the middle of the ground. Or was it Smith? Goes to centre half forward, straight through the fingertips of Spencer of Monbulk. Everyone slips over at an inappropriate time. Neil picked it up. Goes to the full forward area. Goes one grab, does Monkhurst. Nearly got the second one too. Major working hard. Is that Ben Monkhurst?
That is Ben Monkhurst.
What's he doing down that end of the ground? I think he's kicked that.
No,
for a point. He did kick it. Get back to the back. The runner will be out there to him in a minute. 10-7-67. Woori 6-7-43. A 4-goal deficit at the moment. 23 minutes gone.
So bringing the ball back into play is Thomas, and he goes with a long kick towards the pavilion side of the ground, but Woori have got the ball back here. I think that might be Zachy Monkhurst handballing it to Marsh. Marsh put his teammate under a little pressure though, and Thomas gets the ball out of there once again, and this time hits up a teammate. I think it might be Beecroft who got on the end of that kick. So he's just going to hold on to it for the time being. Short kick up the line. Ooh, it just works out. So that might be Hewson with the ball there on the broadcast side of the ground. So slow build up here, just not much ahead for the time being. So he just goes with a long kick in the direction of Wensley, but couldn't take the mark, and it's turned over there. I think that might be Jude Hay who's got onto the end of it, and he wheels and goes. So Woori again with a counter attack here. Beautiful mark taken there by Arnold, and Arnold's going to waste no time putting this ball inside 50. Neil's there, Monkhurst is there. Neil, no, couldn't take the mark. Ball spills to ground. And a free kick.
I think he's paid that mark.
He might have paid the mark. So big Joshy Neal either been paid the mark or maybe there was a free kick, but nonetheless he's going to line up for goal 15 metres out directly in front. This to give Yallock a 5-goal lead late in the third quarter, and would make things very difficult for Monbulk.
Certainly there's kick 3 so far in the game, and really a thorn in the side in this quarter is kick 2 so far.
And Joshy Neal, can he seal the deal?
Oh, but the goal umpire work. That'd be Andy Marshall down there.
But nonetheless, it's a goal, and the lead stretches out to 5 goals here for the visitors. Scores 11-7-73 Yallock to 6-7-43 Monbulk. We've been going 24.5 minutes in this third quarter.
We have indeed, and Andy Marshall always makes you have to wait for him to give the signal because he loves running left and right. with a big smile on his face, signalled that to go through for the 4th goal on the board to Josh Neal. And all the work that Monbulk have been trying to do has come to no avail. They've only kicked the 1 goal in this quarter. Woori, they've kicked 4 goals, 5. So good 3rd quarter to the Tigers. Something they really wanted to do, just keep the pressure on. Did get beat in round 5 at home by Monbulk, so they want to get one back. Got the tap out. Did a Monbulk trying to get the handball out. Over the top they went through the agency of Beecroft, but they've just got a little quick kick into the forward line. Ben Monkhurst had a good 3rd quarter. Comes from centre half back, comes centre wing, broadcast side of the ground. It's a good mark taken. This looks like Arnold once again, is it? Goes long. Over Zach Monkhurst's head. Whoop, that's a bit of a throw there almost by young Jackie Ryan. Went to handball, says no, I don't want to handball it. And now it's going to be another ball up. These boys are only about 15 or 16 too, young Spencer and young Ryan. And doing a terrific job. Up she goes once again. Nice tap out there. Is there another block paid? No, there's a block that way. I don't know why, just don't let it go. Beck with the free kick. Both are pushing and shoving. Goes straight down the middle of the ground. Robbie Allen stood tall, got a whack in the back of the head as well, but the umpire says you've paid the mark. And if I've paid the mark, there's no advantage can be paid. So it's got to go back. I'll tell you what, I reckon young Jack Ryan, I reckon his guns are bigger than his old man's are. I'll tell you that right now. So Robbie Allen from centre half back, boots it another 55 plus, down at half forward line. Everyone in front from Monbulk. Dropped what he probably should have taken. Over the top went the handball from Lindgren. And there's another whistle on play, and the free kick going to Monbulk once again. Everyone's got it. Hevern. So Jonathan Hevern, been injured for a fair bit of the year at the moment. The skipper wants to give it off. Now he's caught himself in a bit of bother. Has to kick it low and hard. Does that. Benny Monkhurst almost got that. Little handball came out from Beecroft. Monbulk are off and running now. Very, very short kick. You want to run straight away. You got Taylor standing there at centre half forward. No, he's missed him. Oh, it's bounced to Luxor Fortune. Straight into his hands. Oh, he's hit the post too. Unfortunately for Monbulk, Taylor Joyce, the ball ricocheted back into his hands. Had a snapshot, but it hit the post. 6-8-44 Monbulk.
Pick up there by Beecroft, but yeah, probably a wasted opportunity there. A bit disappointed that that didn't go through.
Unfortunately, 7-3-73. I'm worried the kicking's already up centre wing because I can play on straight away these days. Monbulk get the resultant turnover through Lind. Go up the members' side of the ground. Jam-packed over there, like I say, in Monbulk. It's the only place you can get jam-packed too. And it's going to be a throw-in. A bit of pushy shove right there on the 50-metre line, right in front of those the new netball courts up there. That's got a heck of a wall in front of it, hasn't it?
Yep.
So it's pretty high up. Throw in, 50 metres out from Monbulk. They'd love a goal closing in on 3/4 time. Nice little tap out by Beck, but it went to no one in particular. Woori get the clearance once again. They go into the centre of the ground. All bounces on the left hand of Spencer of Monbulk. Now it's into the centre circle. A little handball over the top by Ryan. What can he do here? Umpire says that's a terrific tackle. That should be rewarded, and I think it will be.
Just seemed a bit unnecessary there from Arnold. Almost like he was waiting for Rutherford to come to him so he could fend him off. He should have probably just taken off. And
I like this young man, Rutherford. He's going to be a really good player. Won that free kick. Everyone had the free kick. He goes in front of our broadcast van, close to the boundary line, and it has just trickled over. He's gone out of bounds for another throw in at the 28-minute mark. You're lucky you got the video screen right in front of you. You got one for each eye as well. I didn't put it on.
Andrew throwing on the wing here just in front of our broadcast position. It was Swan winning the tap there. Down to a teammate that time there, and Ryan. Getting in there again, I think, was Swan trying to get a kick away there. Was strong, but eventually Woori in the siren beats him. And as we head into 3/4 time, the scores here at Monbulk, 11-7, 73 Woori to Monbulk, 6-8-44. The Tigers just stretching on their half-time lead. It's now 29 points. And it'll be a big quarter required here from the Hawks if they are to come back and win this game, Leo.
There certainly will be. What we'll do is we'll go back to our studios at Yarra Valley FM for our 3/4 time break. Hopefully got some more scores from in and around town. Give them all to you when we come back. Thanks, Joey. That's good, thank you. Yeah, no, it was too hard to get clean possession of the footy with the rain as well. But Woori on the other end, they got the ball up and down the ground pretty well and finished with a nice little tally of 4 goals in that particular quarter. hold a nice handy lead as umpire Lee Walters gets us underway in what is the last quarter here at Monbulk. Up she goes in the air. Swan got the left hand, tapped straight down to his teammate Ruckman Wensley on the opposite side of the ground. Driving down low. Watching the flight of the ball there was a great mark taken by Taylor Joyce. The last man in line, and everyone went up and he took it on ground level. So Taylor Joyce has got an opportunity to put the first goal on the board in the second, or last quarter rather.
Ricky Ponty would have been impressed with that one.
Yeah, slip dash 2-2. He's kicked so far directly in front. Distance not an issue. Matter of accuracy. So coming in, very deliberate, slow, walk up, good looking delivery off the boot. Some of the AFL blokes could sort of look and see how to kick the footy. He does it quite nicely. Does Taylor Joyce, but she's third on the board. In the first of the last quarter, it goes the way of the Monbulk Hawks. Just what they wanted.
Perfect start.
7-8-50. They trail Woori 11-7-73, and that has taken less than 1 minute. So great start, as you say, Aiden.
Very good, and I love that from Wensley. Didn't waste any time. Just threw the barrel onto the boot, and Joyce did very well to hang onto it as well. It's a bit slippery out there, so it's not an easy mark to be able to complete. And it's going to be Wensley. Oh no, it's going to be. Is that Rutherford back in the ruck here? No, it's Wensley. Yeah. So Wensley and Swan. Wensley getting up there. I think he actually won the tap in the end too. Trying to get in there was O'Day. But eventually getting the ball away here, I think, is Thomas from Monbulk. That kick's not a bad one. Hits up Decker. So what can Decker do here? If he can set up another goal here and maybe even kick it himself, they'd be right back in the game. No mark taken here. They got numbers at ground. Joyce picks up the ball, but he's in a bit of trouble. Shot at goal from Houston, but he misses it. He was just under a bit too much pressure. It goes through for a behind, so 7-9-51, trailing 11-7-73, and Monbulk come out with a bit of momentum here, Leo.
I have indeed. Young fella almost got the goal there. Robbie Allen puts a big right boot into it, right centre wing, over the back of it goes. Swan couldn't out through it. Little handball came out by Spencer of Monbulk. Going down the middle of the ground, the old 1-2. Back to Spencer again. Middle of the ground, nobody there except Robbie Allen for Woori Yallock. Takes a low down ground catch. And saves the day for Woori. Comes out to the broadcast band. It's right between two players, and a good mark taken by Mitch Decker. Plays on straight away, hooks it back into the centre corridor. Kicks it straight when it came. Back to Robbie Allen. Let's play a bit of kick to kick. Unfortunately there for Monbulk. He turned it in too far. So take two, Robbie Allen. Once again, comes straight back from here. Can the Decker take it? He could have got a free kick. I thought he got tackled a bit high. Umpire said no. Great smother laid there by Nick Wall of Monbulk. Can they pick it up? Houston does. Gets the old hand into it. Gives it across to his teammate and Strawn on the left foot. Oh, it just bounces over everyone's chest. Falling over at inappropriate time was Beck. Joyce in there as well. Who can pick this footy up? It's just pinging around on the ground at the moment. Woori come out with it. A little bit of a check side kick by Smith. Goes over the top. Swan dropped what he probably should have taken. Picked up by Paddy Barge. Squares the ball up in the centre corridor. Going with one hand, then onto the left foot goes Strawn. Long kick towards goal. Oh, I think that's most gunned the post as well. No, it didn't, but it's a point anyway. So he's kicked a couple of behinds there. 7-10 now, 52. Monbulk, 11-7-73. Woori, 3 and a bit gone in the last quarter. Robbie Allen, big long kick, top side of the ground where the old playground used to be. Big swoosh at it there by Works. Couldn't get hold of the footy, but Monbulk have got it once more. Running into an open goal on the forward line there, but a bit of a wild old kick. And that was by Dill Wirtz, and it's gone out in the full. Should have just chipped it up there, but could have had a ping at the goals. Robbie Allen picking up a few kicks here in the last quarter. Can play on if he wants to. He'd love to come to the broadcast side. I can see him looking, but no options there, so has to go long. Keeps it up the line on the member side of the ground. All those messages are from the family little function that's been going on today, Aiden, of which I wasn't invited to that. It was all the girls. Little handball comes out there by Spencer, and it's gone out of bounds for a throw in.
Now it's a free kick.
Free kick.
Monbulk's way.
Oh, we're getting a bit of a rub here, mate.
Yep, that's it. So,
and 25.
A 25-metre penalty. I think a bit of descent towards the umpire.
Wouldn't they love a 50 now?
So, oh, gee. There's just been a couple of times where Woori have lacked a bit of discipline, and this has happened.
That's about a 25.
And he's going to play on two. He's going to wind up here. So opportunity. Joyce is there, but can't take the mark. Houston slipped over when it was probably not appropriate. Bateson got him there. Yeah, he's taken in a tackle.
Great attack on the ball there by Bateson. He really went hard at it.
That was brilliant. So I think Beck might be going up in the ruck here, and Swan's down there as well. Beck gets rid of Swan. Took the ball out of the ruck, got boot to ball, but it went absolutely nowhere.
Oh, no one went for it.
Kick too short. No one can take the mark here. Good tackle here laid by Marsh, and repeat stoppages inside 50 here for Monbulk, so applying the pressure. They've just got to be able to find the goal, and if they can, all of a sudden, it's back to 15 points. Swan winning the tap there. Beecroft couldn't quite. Trying to get the ball away there. That time was Strawn. Here's another tackle, and that's going to be a free kick for a high, so they get away with it here for the time being. Do Woori. That kick goes out wide. No, gee, bit of a stuff up there by Pisano. Pisano goes back inboard, running onto it there. That time was Smith.
Yeah, dangerous tackle. This could be a sling. Could start a bit of a pushy, sharp. And umpire Lee Wald was right on that straight away.
He's in there, so Swan getting involved as well there is Spencer. So a few big names, but Benny Smith just goes laterally there to Thomas. So, Taylor, in fact, Tom Taylor. So Taylor sizing up his options. You think he's just going to have to go long to the top of the square. Now he goes short. And, taken the mark.
That's strong hands. Very strong hands.
I'm not sure the umpire's paid it. Hang on.
Oh, he's paid it.
Just taking a while to get up, is he? It was a very good mark by Ashley Beck, and
took it in front of Benny Monkhurst. That's a really hard contest. Could be a blood rule too, boys. And
he's a little bit proppy as Beck getting up.
Well, why is
Hawkeye, I think.
Taylor Joyce, you should have been there, mate. Take the kick.
So going to take the kick here is Nick Wall, who's kicked one goal this afternoon.
Yeah,
so that was earlier in the first quarter, but
well, if it's a blood rule, you've actually got to wait till the blood rule is off the ground.
Yeah, you do.
Or he's actually going to go. Well, actually, if he goes off there, you can't come back on.
No, you can't. That's a very good point. Although that's like Steve Oates going off the ground there, though. That's interesting. But
blood rule, the interchange can come straight on.
Yep.
But the blood, he's got to go back down towards the interchange gate.
He does.
Unfortunately, the coaches' boxes are on theoretically the wrong side of the ground. You really want them to be on the coaches' side, on the pavilion side rather. And umpire Lee Walters is doing the right thing. He has to actually wait for the
player with the blood,
to come off the ground. Interchanges come on. Coming on, in actual fact, was Mitch Decker. I think he may have been the one that came on.
So Tom Trezise. I think it's Tom Trezise, but anyway, Nick Wall. This is a very important kick for this game. If he can kick straight, which it looks like he might have. No, it's just fallen short. So the accuracy was there, distance just not quite. So another blemish on the scoreboard there for Monbulk. So it's 7-11 to 11-7. Already with the 20-point lead.
Yeah, George should have gone in and grabbed that footy because anyone could have really grabbed it after that blood rule. Ball kicking close to the boundary line. Luckily enough there, it's Balen Spencer who's taking the mark for Woori. Son of a gun gets it, kicks it in front of the broadcast van. Arnold at the back, had these eyes all over that. Brad Arnold never looked like missing that mark. Always has been a good clunker of the ball. Goes very, very short. Just trying to maintain possession here, play a bit of tempo footy. Hawkins with it now. Umpire says you stand in there, you can play on if you like. So Hawkins goes long. Up to the half-forward area there, over everybody's head. Monkhurst couldn't get it. It was picked up there by Gilbert of Monbulk. Gives it across to Major. Oh, that's a bit of a wobbly old kick, and there's nobody there except two Woori Yallock players. And Brett Arnold takes it once again. Oh, well, they've turned it over, mucked it up between themselves. It ended up in the hands of Tommy Taylor. Puts it into the forward line there. Trying to take the ball further forward is Bateson. What can you do about it? But Rob Allen's got it right in the goal square. We're trying to rush it through for a behind. I think they've done that.
Yep.
We're under a lot of pressure to Woori Tigers then. Unfortunately for Monbulk, it's gone through for another behind. They've gone to 7-12-54, 11-7, 73 Woori. Nearly 9 minutes gone at the moment. Woori haven't scored this quarter. Kick-in's taken place. That's a strong, solid mark in front. You can't play on the advantage there. It's got to come back to Joel Wensley. Had his legs taken out, a bit of tumbling sort of effect as well. So Wensley with him. Monbulk doing all the attacking at the moment. They just get a goal on the board, it'll be handy. It's a beautiful long left foot kick right into that goal square. Over the back of the pack it goes. I'm sure they'll rush it through once more, and Joel Adams does exactly that. They'll rush through for another behind. I'm waiting for a deliberate one. 7-13,
that was
55.
AFL. That was definitely deliberate.
Oh, if you're within that 9 metre range in that goal square, it's okay. It's 55, trail 73. Kick in, taking place already. It's in front of the broadcast van. Hawkins missed what he should have done. Wensley off the ground. Umpire says it's all right. Quick kick out of the pack there by Wall. Goes in that forward pocket and they put through another behind. They've had a bit of the yips kicking for goal the last few weeks at Monbulk. They've gone to 7-14-56 now. And Woori still sitting there, 11-7, a 73-9, nearly 10 minutes gone. 21 shots to 18 and they still trail by 23 points. 20, no, it's not quite that. 17. Go.
Ball going out wide here. I think this is Benny Monkhurst here with the ball, and he's just going to keep the ball moving out there to the pavilion end of the ground, or the pavilion side of the ground. And no clear possession here, though. I think it's O'Day who got in there and win that half. Hill goes to Smith. Long high kick here from Ryan. No mark taken, though. Everyone was there. Trying to get in there that time was Hay. And now it's picked up by Lindgren, but I think he's going to take it over the boundary line. Tries for a ball from the Monbulk home crowd, but they don't get it. It's going to be thrown back into play. So a very interesting few moments here in the game. So boundary throw in, 7:14:56 to 11:7:73 is the score. 10.5 minutes into this final quarter. It's been all Monbulk, but they just haven't been able to convert on the scoreboard.
Okay. Just got the correct ruling, rush behind. There's no free kick in our comp. Thanks to Bales.
And the ball spills out of bounds, and it's going to be a boundary throw-in at the forward 50 here for Woori Yallock. So the first real time I think it's been down there into the ground this quarter, Leo.
Well, why should Bales ruin a good story with facts? Really?
Bales? Very good point. Hey? Very good point. So it's going to be thrown back in again here. This is Monkhurst in the ruck up against Wensley, who's done a lot more of the rucking duties in this second half. No clear possession here yet for either side, but eventually it's Woori. No clear possession still. And that's going to be another ball up, you'd think. Yes, it is. So still at half forward here for Woori Yallock on the pavilion side of the ground. So Monkhurst up against Wensley once again. Wensley won the tap. And they get a kick away here to Monbulk. Joyce is running onto it, but couldn't take it cleanly. It's a slippery ball. Getting away there was Atchison. Not a bad little handball there. I think that was to Pisano. Picked up here now by Jude Hay. He goes out wide there to Sosverda. Eventually it's ended up with Lindgren with a long barrelling torp. Can someone take a mark? No, they can't. But beautifully picked up there that time. I think that might have been Zaki Monkhurst. He slips over. Shot at goal. Goes through. We'll figure out who that is in a second. I think it's Neil. Yep, it is Joshy Neal. He's put through his fifth goal was it for the day.
If it is him, and that really does hurt. They've had all the play, haven't you? And they've gone up there once, and they've gone and got themselves a goal. 12:7:79. Woori 7:14:56. Monbulk 12 minutes gone in the last quarter. Interesting little score here between Wandon and Officer.
Yes, there we go. So Officer
68.
Very close.
68-60. So it's only an 8-point ball game over there at Officer. So doing a great job. Not quite the same story there at Narre Warren, who are doing it quite easily over Mount Evelyn. Also packing them over Upway at the moment by about 40-odd points.
Yep.
So
just too much for Upway, they were in it.
It is indeed. So it's on here. We're out once again, Woori. It's in the hands of Coda Basile. He goes quickly down the broadcast side of the ground, and they've got a bit of momentum happening now. Long kick by Arnold. I think that is down there all the way. That's Mitchell into that forward pocket. Everyone takes a good mark there for Monbulk. Making a good comeback after a bit of injury. The skipper of Monbulk doesn't know where to go. It's pretty much one-on-one everywhere. Decides to play on. Dodges around one. Kicks it low. Unfortunately, the only player there is the player kicked it to him in the first place, and that's Mitchell Arnold. Puts it straight back into that centre corridor. Good mark and coming off there is Brian Gilbert. Goes down the middle of the ground. Another turnover. And there's just been a lot of turnovers today. It's in the hands there of Woori Yallock once more. In the hands of O'Day. Goes along towards the full forward area, and that may just sneak through for behind. It has. Down there was a bit of a rush, but Woori got hold of the foot at the moment. 12:8:80, leading Monbulk 7:14:56, 13.5 gone. We're halfway through this last quarter. The ball's already back. The game's been played at a hellish pace there. Handball came across. It's been kicked out there from Linda. Got it from Beecroft. They're on the centre wing, and it's gone out of bounds for a throw in. So you can hear an effects block. A lot of the crowd just begging for a free kick. I don't think they've been too bad, the umpires today. So it's a throw-in just forward of centre. Good lot of cover up in that pavilion as well. Big crowd standing under there. They get a great view from the top of the hill. It's a throw-in. High and long. It's a good throw-in. Zaki Monkhurst in front. Got a lovely tap out. Smith gets it with that O'Day in actual fact. Goes out towards the lateral side of the ground. The big right fist over there by Josh Spencer. He knocks it out of bounds for yet another throw-in.
Andrew throw-in again here at half forward for Woori Yallock.
Still a bit damp out there.
Yeah, a bit of rain trickling around for the time being. And going in the rucky, I think Zach Monkhurst is going to go in here for Woori. And Wensley again. Monkhurst has tried to grab it out of the ruck. He does. Just sends the ball straight up in the air. That's going to be hard to mark, and it's not marked. And Monbulk had the numbers, and they get the ball moving out of defence here. That's not a bad kick. Can he run onto it? Beautifully done there by Oates. Oates has got to wait for options ahead. So this is what happens sometimes when you've got too many back. And that's a dangerous kick, but making it work there that time was Strawn. Been good. Strawn's just going to wheel it, goes for a barrel. It's an absolute mongrel of a kick. Robbie Allen's there. Also there, I think, is Marsh. Trying to win the footy here this time as Wall, but couldn't quite do the job. And bit of a step front flip there by Robbie Allen over the fence.
I don't think it's Robbie Allen. It is Robbie Allen. Nice little somersault over the top there.
Yeah, he does. He's just stretching out. Might be a bit of cramp as well. But Pandry throwing inside forward 50 here for Monbulk. And here's young Rutherford back in the ruck again, up against Monkhurst. Monkhurst has got front position, and he just gets a little fingertip on it. Trying to get in there was Arnold. No clear possession here for the moment. Ball's going to be locked up, and it'll be balled up once again.
This is an opportunity. They really need a goal here, Hayden, don't they, Monbulk?
Well, they had 4 behinds in a row, and then Woori went down and kicked a goal, so they just can't keep that up. Kicks out there, but Monbulk have got the numbers. Here we go. I think this might be Beecroft potentially putting the ball. That's a high up and under, and that's out on the full. That's not going to do the job at all. It's hit the hood of someone's car.
I think it was Tommy Taylor who did that, so could have a dent in that. Another, errant kick. This time, not even a behind. It's gone out in the full, so nothing's working out here for Monbulk. They've had plenty of possession at the moment, plenty of inside 50s.
Ball's kicked 1 goal 6.
Well, they've had 1 goal 6. They've had 7 pings at the goals 2, and just can't make any headway. Oh, okay, Robbie Allen takes the result and kick in mark. He's about 20 metres out, handballing it over the top. Gutsy play. Smith just puts in a little bit of a wobbler. It's a shocker. Joyce has got it. You can kick it more than anybody, won't you? Just kick it. It's a terrible kick. Terrible kick. And the mark's been taken there by Lindgren. You can kick the ball a mile, Joyce. Why don't you just have a go at it there? You could have run about another 5 metres. So Lindgren going to kick it straight back to Joyce and says, here, have another go. How often does that happen? This time, it's another wobbler. This worked out all right. And Strawn's taken a mark. He's been good today, Glenn Strawn. And, he's tried hard, Taylor Joyce, but he's kicked 3-2. Maybe could have done a little bit better as well. He's a big chunk of a man. And this time, Strawn. He's kicked 2 behinds. Desperately need a goal here, do Monbulk. Downhill towards the township end, or Jimbrook end of the ground here at Monbulk. Spinning the old ball around, watching too much AFL. Coming in, hop, skip, jump, goes on the foot. Dropped it on the inside the foot. You guessed it. That's another behind. So just a bit of technique happening there. 7:15:57. Monbulk and 12:8:80. Woori Yallock. We've been going 17.5 in the last quarter. And Robbie Allen kicking duties once again. Hayden busy on the computer putting scores up. Aitchison takes the kick in mark for Woori. Half-back flank, front of the broadcast van, very, very short. And Lindgren takes a resulting mark as well. Can play on straight away if he wants to, does now. Here he goes. Takes the full advantage of that new rule. We've got to stand long over the back of the pack. He's been knocked out of the hands of Arnold. It's gone out of bounds for a throw in. We'll get it out of the way so you can have a see there, Hayden, because I know it's in your little blind spot.
That's right, I've got the computer screens here, so
okay, mate, well, he's come right in there, so away you go.
Pandry throwing on the wing. And taking the contest here, Swan just grabs out of the ruck and he throws the ball forward.
That's got to go out.
I think that's short. It has gone out of bounds on the full. It's not touched, is it? No, it's not. So Monbulk going to try to get this ball moving quickly. Here's Taylor. Taylor's going to take on Smith, and he does it pretty well. That's not a bad kick. Here's Oates spills it. And, that's not a very good time to spill the ball at all.
I'll be getting a bit slippery, I imagine.
Yeah, it is. And just soccering the ball forward there. That time was Lind. They just need a clean pick up and snap a goal here. Lind's there again. He handballs out to Beecroft. Beecroft might have a ping at the goals himself. It looks like it's going to be across the face. Joyce is there.
It's gone through.
And it is yet another behind. So 1 goal 8 for the quarter here. Monbulk 7-16, 58 to 12, 8-80. They've got 3 more scoring shots than Woori in this game, but inaccuracy in front of goal costing him.
Well, so if you go through the last 3 rounds, and they kicked quite a few behinds last week as well.
Yes, 6-17, I think that might have been last week.
Yeah, I think you're right. And before that, 6-16, and I think they kicked another heap before that as well. So got to get their goal kicking boots on. Robbie Allen from full back, long towards the men beside the ground. What a beautiful kick. Absolutely did not have to move. They can play on straight away to Woori. And the big fella in Zachy Monkhurst takes it right on centre wing, plays on straight away, puts the big right foot into it, over the back of the pack, and there's a good mark's been taken. Well, you've got to play on straight away. I think this could be Wensley, it is. Plays on, splits it across the ground. Oh, it's a horrible kick, and it beats his teammate there, and Benny Smith. And it's gone out of bounds for a throw-in. And we're just entering time on right now. 80, Yallock, 58, Monbulk. And yeah, well, they've done well to hold on the onslaught there, Woori, because they were really attacking well in this quarter, Monbulk. The banner umpires come well in. The throw-in's a bit flat and hard. Zach Bunkers hits you right in the chest. Smith gets a very quick kick in it as well. A lot of players around the football now. Woori get a little handball out. Oh, smacked straight away with Swan. Umpire lets it go. Robbie Allen, what's he doing all the way up there now? He probably wants to get into the action. Joel Adams gives it to Hayden Smith. A very short kick. Handball over the top there by Lindgren, I think it might have been. Umpire just lets him go. Good tackle wave. What's going to be called here? Ball up. 21 gone. It's in the wrong end of the ground as far as Monbulk is concerned.
Yep, so ball up inside 50 here for Yallock. Hasn't been down their end of the ground much, but they've probably been a bit lucky. Just the inaccuracy in front of goal really costing Monbulk, and Robbie Allen's there and takes a good mark.
Yeah, he's got sticky fingers, hasn't he?
He was falling backwards. He took it on the second attempt and might even have a shot here, Leo. He's probably, he might be within range now. He sets it up unselfishly, but might be cut off. It's thumped away there that time, I think, by Wensley, but getting onto it there was Lindgren. And free kick here for a throw, so Monbulk are going to get it back. We're into time on here now as well, though, so time the enemy really here for Monbulk. That's not a bad kick there, that hitting up a teammate that time there in Bateson. And just got the ball moving, and that's not very good. Running onto it again here this time. That was Spencer, and here we go, Monbulk through the middle of the ground. Long tumbling ball, but Arnold's back there. He can't take the mark. What can Joyce do in a 2-on-1 situation? He might be able to pick it up. Can he kick the goal? No, he's stripped of the ball. Here's Oat, has a ping, and another behind.
Another one.
7-17 now for Monbulk. Trailing by 21.7, 17.59, trails 12.880.
We've got 22 minutes to Hayden, and these behinds are really hurting. 6-16 last week, 7-17 this week. And I forget what the score was the week before, but you don't want to know. So Robbie Allen once again, long kick. There's a beautiful long kick at a footy. All the way up the other side of the ground. Good mark on the outer side there. It's getting dark, can't see who that is. I'll just keep playing the ball. Possession all the moment.
Balin Spencer's got it now.
So he's got the good hairdo too. Actually, looks like it might have been Sizewood with the haircut, but umpire just lets him play on now. We've got it once more. Yallock. Luck's a fortune. No, dropped it. That could be front on contact, surely, and it is. And that's got to be very, very careful there. Hang on, it's got to come back, I think.
Nope.
Trying to play on. But,
got very lucky in the end that it wasn't play on.
And getting up very, very slowly indeed. Kane Thompson with the resulting free kick, and those front on tackles, you've got to be very careful about those because they can cause some serious injury. But Kane Thompson, good to see him up and about. Good young player too. From 55, puts it right into the goal square for Yallock. Over the back of the pack comes offhand. Oh, it's been picked.
Goal. Can you believe that?
I think that's Arnold's picked that up. He has indeed. And that is Mitchell Arnold. He has kicked two. He just rode the pack right at the last line there of the goal line and has put it through. Hang on, we're having a query.
Oh, off the knee maybe.
Well, we've just got all the umpires involved there, and they're just going to a video reference. Now, we don't know what it was from back here. And what is it going to be called?
Behind.
Oh, okay, so let off the hook there. So sorry, Brady Arnold. I've got to give you a point there. They go to 12 goals, 981 at the 24-minute mark. They lead Monbulk 7-17-59. The kicking's taken place. It's in the centre of the ground. Oh, handball misses his target there, and Strawn has been very good. Turn it over. Sizewood gave it to a teammate, and there's a free kick down the ground, I think. Robbie Allen flattened after he kicked it, and the free kick here going the way of O'Day of Woori. He's played on straight away. Handball over the top. Given it by Mitch Arnold. Goes towards the forward line once more. Umpire says play it on. Getting a bit willing towards the end of this game. Is that in the back? The umpire should pay it. And says no, I'm going to ball it up. So just getting a bit howdy-doody out there at the moment.
Yeah, that's
and umpire Lee Walters in total control.
Walters balls it up and just thumped away there by Wensley. Getting in there. Oh, ducking the head there that time. I think it might have been Joshy Neal, but anyway, Rutherford gets the ball moving back here to a teammate there that time in Spencer. Spencer with a good kick here up the line here. This is Lind, and Lind doesn't want to wait. He goes up to Strawn. Strawn couldn't take the mark though. Sisverda was there. Getting the ball here now to Beecroft. Getting in there beautifully there. That time though was Hayden Smith, and he goes the ball, or puts the ball out wide there in front of Pisano.
Still a bit of a punch on, boys, happening in the back there.
That's
so, and this is serious too. Robbie Allen in there. Also in there, Strawn. Just get out of it, boys, as the play just keeps going.
That's it. Here's Lind, and he might have a ping at the goal. No, he's going to go to Joyce. The kick's not a very good one, though. Trying to win the ball out here is Atchison. And just going to put the ball back to go forwards, and eventually Benny Monkhurst
lovely
kicks the ball forward.
Cool under pressure.
Yep, that's it.
That's when your good players show up, don't it? When there's a lot of pressure on, they just keep their head.
Yep.
Play it cool. Benny Monkhurst, recipient once more. He'll just do something good with it.
That's it, and he hits up Adams here. Cameron Ling, as Leo likes to call him. He takes a good mark there.
Lingy, that's his name. That's his nickname. And another not wise old head. Goes very, very short. They're just going to try and maintain possession here. We've already been going 26 minutes, so can't be too far to go. Goes very, very short over everybody's head. The sun's starting to break through. Can you believe that? Monbulk pick it up through Taylor. But it's beaten him and it's gone out of bounds for a throw in. So a couple of cool wise heads there. The experience there of Woori Yallock. There's another whistle on play. Not sure what's happening here. Not quite sure what's on. Just might have been an interchange anyway. Umpire says it's okay now. Is that a send-off rule?
Possibly.
I reckon that could have been a send-off. I think Kane Thompson's just gone off. He was flattened before, so I didn't see a card come out, but it might have been the umpire, Lee Wallace, at the far end, up behind our little blind spot. But he can be replaced and has done so now. Tap out, went down to O'Day. He got away with a little handball. Umpire says it's okay. A little chip kick finds its way in the middle of the 50. Oh, Monkhurst took the mark, played on straight away, went bang, and it has stayed in play. No, it's gone through for behind. Thought he could have had a set shot there, actually.
Yeah, it was interesting just to sort of play on Benny Monkhurst, or even try to hit up Josh Neal for his 6th goal, but neither's worked out, and ball finds its way in the middle of the ground here now, and Decker just throwing the ball onto the boot there. Spoiled beautifully there that time, but couldn't quite take the playing possession. Here's Beecroft now with the ball, and now another chance here for Monbulk running onto it there. That time was Major. Good kick by Major. Oh, nearly dropped the mark there. That time was Trezise. And what can Trezise do here? You just go with a short kick up to the forward 50, but not a very good one. Straight to a couple of Woori Yallock defenders. Lind there, he picks it up at ground level. Now just a left foot kick inside the forward 50. Is that a mark?
Good mark.
Very, very good mark taken there. I think it was Robbie Allen.
Well, I hate to see how many marks. He's would have taken a dozen marks though, I reckon, Robbie Allen.
Very well, and the sun continues to break out here. This is a kick here to Lindgren. Lindgren's just going to wheel and go. That kick not very good at all, and now Monbulk are just going to send the ball straight back the other way. This is Bateson with the ball. Handball over the top here. Got onto it here now is Decker. Will Decker have a ping at the goals? He might. That looks to be across the face too, and another behind there for Monbulk. 7-18, 60. It has not been a good day in front of goal here. 1 goal 10. No, 1
goal 10.
Yeah, well, no, 1 goal 10 in this quarter.
Could have done anything.
Very disappointing for the home team. Had the opportunity to really take this game from Woori, but take this game away from Woori, but accurate kicking just letting them down, and they get the ball moving here now. Onto it here, I think might be O'Day, and they're just going to keep the ball moving forward, wasting no time. Here's Monkhurst who takes the mark.
Yeah, just too big, way too big. The ball came down quite well, Basoli. Beautiful kick to Monkhurst. All he had to do was stand and put the big mitts up, and he's about 3'10" taller than anybody else after that.
That's it, and this time he's going to go back and have the set shot, which is the smarter thing to do, but it's probably just about game. You would think, Leo, most quarters have only gone to about 27, 28 minutes. We've just hit the 29-minute mark now, and
yeah, we had a bit of that blood rule, which added a couple of minutes to it, I think.
Yeah, that's probably true. So anyway, Zach Monkhurst lining up for goal number 3 for the afternoon. One of the big names here at Woori Yallock, obviously the son of Damien Monkhurst. That kick looks like it's across the face, and that is the end of the game. So final scores here at Monbulk. Monbulk 7-18-60 going down to Woori Yallock 12-11-83. It was a pretty strong performance by the Tigers. Monbulk had their chances in that last quarter, but ultimately couldn't prevail with inaccurate kicking in front of goal, costing them, Leo.
Very much so, mate. Good kicking is good footy, and you can see that right now. And Well, it's not just the odd occasion. Monbulk have done it on 3 occasions now, so they've really got to do something about their goal kicking or the way they move the ball into the forward 50. Maybe they're putting a lot of the goal kickers under a lot of pressure. I don't know, but some serious planning to have to be looking to that. You can't go kicking 1 goal 10 and expecting to win a game. We'll go back to our studios, I think, Aidan, while we can collate all the scores from here and around town. Come back in about a couple of minutes. Thanks, Joey.